There we go. No more being mean to each other.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Oh wait,
You asshole.
but all about our ad revenue, man.
What's happening?
We have none.
Advertiser-friendly content is happening.
But retroactive ad revenue. Okay,
Oh
whatever.
yeah, that, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
in 100 years when we get viewers.
It's
Dude,
been a while.
If one of us became like president, we get viewers, right? Like in like 50 times.
Yeah.
Became president of where?
Like, I don't know. There's
I don't know if we're
president
gonna
in
like
Denmark.
if we're a satanic
Denmark.
D&D player, but no.
I think
Anyways.
you get elected.
Hey, no one can prove we worship the devil.
Asmodeus. Alright,
So,
Shit, we started.
last time we left off, you guys had just assaulted the inner sanctum of the Archmage known as Manchun, leader of the Zentrum. You had teleported to the extra dimensional space and assaulted the base. Had a victory over their defenses, but met the Archmage himself. Raven, shortly following the conclusion of the combat, fled through the portal back towards the towers. The rest of you explored the sanctum. Consequentially, you found Manchun himself. Some discussions and parleys were had, but not very successful in the end. It escalated into a bit of a cat and mouse game. Especially with Morlai. And it ended with Manchun believing that he was in control of the situation. The party of three running with the eye of the stone in their possession back towards the portal. But Manchun had apparently vanished, and now the last thing you guys noticed was that the magic empowering the portal beneath your feet had disappeared. So what's the first thing you guys want to do?
Well, fuck.
Yeah, that's not great. I'm gonna admit, I didn't
Nope,
really
nope.
that
There's the only thing. There's not that many things of importance left in this tower that you have yet to see. The room, I don't point, but the room opposite of.
You're invisible. We can't see you
Yeah.
pointing.
Not the room you can see just over the open floor there that goes up. It will lead to a alchemist table, an alchemist room, alchemical room,
Yeah,
as well as
anything
a
like
room with a magic circle. Though I did not recognize it as anything.
Wait, no, it can't be
Similar
like
to this.
not teleport circle. That's alright. That's a
To the door to the right after we exit here will go to where the clone of Manchun probably was being held before we destroyed it.
Look, okay, yeah,
as well as a library. It doesn't. I've just
You've
seen
explored the whole place, right? And there's no actual other way out, yeah.
Not that I've seen.
That's all
Great.
I'll take a look around.
Oh, how you doing, Morlai? Got any teleportation spells up your sleeve? You're saving for any, opportunities like this, maybe?
Well,
Jacko,
not
I'm
this
just
kind of
gonna
teleportation spells.
be sneaking,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna go up to the other magic circle.
Okay. Sure, okay. So you guys have discussed your immediate steps, and Jet, you leave to go back to the magic circle.
I'll
you
make
found
sure that
earlier.
I'm ready for if Manchun pops up somewhere, that I'm not in his way, so he doesn't try
Right,
to walk
yeah.
out the way. You know?
Exactly. Okay, yeah. So you go a little bit slower on your guard. Okay. In the meantime, Raven. Could
Hello.
everyone other than Chris please remove their headsets?
We're doing this
do it
now.
quick.
Hello, discussion with Chris. Huh?
I want to do a quick, into scene. I'll let you guys know when. Okay, they have removed their headset. Okay, Raven. So you.
Oh, it's too loud.
Just mute your headsets on Discord.
I can hear everything.
Just mute on Discord if you can hear everything.
Deafen, bara.
Deafen, yeah.
My God.
Tom, how did Tom deafen?
He pushed the deafen button.
Following the difficult fights, where you barely came out with your life, you decided to retreat and encourage the others to do the same. You magicked your way back to the portal in the Kola Towers, and you started heading back downstairs. And the plan was that you're going outside, grab a cab, and go to Trollskull Manor for now.
Yeah. Am I correct in saying that I have Miley and Cyrus or whatever the names were with me? Like,
The young mage, his name was Cassius, I believe.
Cassius, that's right, not Cyrus.
He's with you, and he's eager to follow you. But the other two.
Okay, for some reason I thought the Brom came out.
Brom, the bearded gentleman, he said to you, he decided to stay back and guard.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he came through the portal, but he's like hanging out on our side of the portal. Okay, he's fucked. And, from what I met and know of the others, he's just dead. Okay,
stay back. Okay, so you lead.
So actually, I think I said this when you asked me what I was doing, but I thought on reflection, because Cassius wants to go to Blackstaff Tower anyway. What exactly did I say? Because it's only fair to really do what I said I would do. Oh no, okay, maybe I just thought to myself I didn't say that. Okay, yeah, so back to Trollskull Manor, expecting them to be not far behind me. So, and by not far behind me, I mean within a few minutes behind, just poking about and having it. Mostly, I'm just storming off at this point because I'm mad with them. So, when they don't return, they don't end up at Trollskull Manor pretty shortly afterwards. So 10-15 minutes. They say a quarter of an hour. I will take Cassius and go to Blackstaff Tower.
Okay. So you exit the towers. You quickly check around the surrounding area. It seems to be still clear. You see some people, at least movement of people on the streets, but they always give a wide berth to the force field and pay no mind to any suspicious movement right now. So you head on the street. You hold a carriage and you tell the driver to lead the way to back to the northward to Trollskull. And you
the whole time I'm muttering slightly sort of unintelligibly and incoherently to Cyrus. What do we say? It's Cassius. About just the fucking idiots and just grumble all the way.
Everyone's okay. That was a lot more than I bargained for.
This is okay. It's not what they are in their head. Let me tell you that, kid. Grumble.
But about 2 minutes into your carriage, you suddenly feel a strange sensation.
I love strange sensations.
After a moment of think about it, you realize that the symbol of the Force Grey that you've pinned on your clothing has heated up. Almost to an uncomfortable level, but definitely noticeable.
That's a sign, right? That's the bat symbol.
You see Cassius also holds his little pin that he has strapped to his chest.
Do I know any specific meaning of that?
It hasn't been explained to you. No.
Hasn't been explained to me. Okay. But I look at Cassius with authority and I say, "You know what that means, kid?"
No, I gotta be honest, I'm a pretty recent recruit.
I haven't got a fucking clue either. I think that means we should head for Blackstaff Tower right now. Hey, driver.
And as you finish that sentence,
suddenly
the carriage come to a grinding halt, and you look up, and you can if you perch up, you can see over the the wall, and there's still remaining arcane energy swirling around her as the Vajra's, so far the Blackstaff, is suddenly standing in the middle of the road in front of the carriage, and the driver is trying to calm his horses as they're buckling towards her.
Okay, I'll just not like an excessively badass, but a slightly badass way, leap down from the carriage, swing out to the street and sort of jog over to her. Yeah, exactly. Blackstaff, you've heard the news?
Raven, yes, I've heard mere moments ago. Well, heard is a strong word. She looks at Cassius and says,
Look what they did to Max! No, I don't
There's
say
no
that.
battle on your no battle on your level. Return to the tower. And she gives a nod to the carriage driver, and he spooked like tips his
Yeah.
head and just like makes a wide berth. And Vajra looks back to you, and says, "I receive a signal from Athlos. As a member of the actual force of the Grey, he has the ability to send a special emergency signal.
It's a good thing that works from
Following
other
that,
dimensions.
Contacted him immediately. It, in fact, does not.
Good, even better. It means Althalos made it out.
Wait, we should talk while traveling.
Yes.
She casts another spell and touches you, and you feel in yourself. You feel yourself lift up off the ground a few inches.
Okay.
And she
Nice.
she also lifts and
The old travelator. Just
follow
zoom
me.
in
I
on-
know where to go for now.
Okay.
Yeah, and she turns straight back towards the towers. She asks over her shoulder, "Please inform me of everything that has happened."
Well, we travelled to the Kolat Towers, having come into possession of a pair of discs that we knew would allow us entrance. We had a strong suspicion that we call them the Evil Gentarim. I'm sure they have like a more official name than that, but Erstal Floxen's Gentarim, working for Manchun, were based out of there. Our suspicions were more or less immediately confirmed when we arrived and confronted several of them. We battled our way up the tower, fought several foes of varying strength, and eventually at the top of the second tower discovered a portal which led to an interdimensional space which could be, I think, possibly referred to as Manchun's lair. It was just weird. There was fog outside. It's definitely, some kind of strange magic. Nothing anywhere that physically exists in our realm. A fight broke out. We fought a fake version of Manchun that turned to snow as soon as he was slain, along with what seemed to be the bulk of his forces that were stationed there. That fight really took it out of us, Black Stuff. And I mean, I'm running cold right now. I could cast Detect Secrets one more time, and that's because I have a wand. That's literally what I've got left. The others were maybe slightly better, but no one was great. I made the decision that we needed to get out of there as soon as possible, but I think Max talked the others into staying and searching for what we'd come for. I've heard nothing from them since.
I see. You definitely had the more wise decision, as you had the unfortunate accident on stumbling on the last remnants of the identity known as Manchun.
Well, I
Very
do have the
dangerous
highest
indeed.
wisdom score in the party. Tied with Jet, but,
I see. Can't be very high then.
it's pretty low. For my stats.
Yeah, so you guys found yourself in front of the force field. You still carry the disc.
Yeah,
And you explained her how it works, and
yeah. We take turns to pass on through.
yeah, and now she lets you take the lead. Please show me.
Yeah.
if you can.
Okay. Are we still... Wait, we flew here through the air, right?
Yeah.
So,
Like she kept low to the rooftops, but yeah, you guys flew.
Okay, so was the bridge between the two towers like open to the air? Could we just like go straight up to that bridge?
Yes, the door is still open, and you see the bridge. Connected.
Yeah.
to the
Okay. So I'm like this way, and we just just lead. I mean, obviously, because like weird internals going on with like the floor missing.
Mm-hmm.
Not that matters if we're flying, I suppose. But given that the bridge is open, we can go this way. So yeah, I lead her straight up to the door halfway up the second tower, straight into the interior. As we get there, I start like moving more carefully. Like listening for any sounds of like my friends are coming, or what's going on.
Yeah, the blacksmith seems to be in, as last caution, and starts, guiding you again, as
Okay.
the direction seems pretty straightforward.
Yeah, it's a linear dungeon.
And you guys keep traveling up together. Once you reach close to the top of the point, you suddenly recognize Vajra casting a spell.
Yeah, I tell her as we're getting. I say the portal's just up here. When we're in the room, it was like the library or whatever.
Yeah, as you come close to the stairs leading up to the final floor, she suddenly stops and casts a spell, and says, There was some sort of spectral form here, but do not worry, it is now destroyed. And she keeps
Good,
flying.
I say. No. Dealt with, excellent.
And you find yourself on the top floor. It's empty, other than the fact that you now see the body of Brom.
Yeah, man.
The Black Sabbath Tower adventurer.
Yeah.
His body is like lying right outside the circle on his back with sword and shield in hand.
Oh, God. So I say, yeah, damn it. This was one of Althalos's men. He was waiting here after, Cassius and I fled for Althalos to return. If he's been slain, I fear something terrible has happened.
I see. All right, we must act quickly. They will not have much time if they're facing the Archmage.
I only have, Oh, shit. Yeah, that's a point. I only have one ring. I only have one ring to get through the portal. Cassius has another, but he's, not here anymore.
At this point, you hear a voice, and next to you, about 10 feet away, Althalos appears. And says, I still have a ring.
Convenient. But now there's three of us. No, I don't say that.
I'm not sure what happened. And he kind of like looks at the body sorrowfully. When I got through, he was already gone. But here, he starts moving towards the Black Sabbath and says, wait, and perhaps you should give your ring towards the Black Sabbath. We will both face them together.
I lean towards Vajra and like kind of quiet. I mean, he's obviously not far away, so he's got like decent hearing, being an elf, so he might hear. But like, I say to Vajra, Manchun has demonstrated powerful duplicity in creating images and copies of himself and potentially others. You should treat this Althalos with caution until you've confirmed who he is.
Yeah, you see, Vajra was busy studying the circle that is now deactivated. But she stopped for a moment, looks at Althalos, and says, Althalos, tell me your biggest regrets. And he says, not having met you sooner. And Vajra looks at you and says, she just nods and goes back to studying the circle.
Okay. I just pull off my ring and get ready to hand it to her when she's not distracted.
Okay, yeah. She is now feverishly looking at the circle and says, this is bad. I cannot activate the magic without the special activation word. And we cannot know this unless we pry the mind of the one who cast it.
Althalos, what happened in there? Did you find the real Manchun?
I'm not sure. Your friends, they split in either direction. I urged them to retreat as you did. I heard some loud shouts, excited shouts. I thought they were successful, so I went back myself and waited for them here for a moment, but nobody came through.
Damn it! I kick one of the chests in this room. What happened to Brom then? How exactly did this? He was dead. He was dead when you came through. Have you determined anything about what exactly killed him?
No, I'm not sure what exactly happens. But I saw no sign of any opponents.
How long after I came out did you come back through the portal? Did you have vision on the other side of it the entire time?
It's a minute, I say. I'm not sure.
Could anyone else have come through in that time?
Perhaps.
Was there a time where you were away from the entrance?
Yes, for a few moments, I started
see.
sprinting down the steps, trying to catch back up to you, but I realized you were too far gone. And
I see.
thought it better to come back up. And Vajra at this point is rummaging through like a small pack on her side, and she takes out like a pretty large rod, like a very thin rod with bright red spirals around it, like engraved. She says, "Well, with this, I can jump start the magic, so to say, and make it lead back into the dimension that it is linked to, but it is unstable and will not last for long. So he kind of looks at Atlas and be ready and know what you are facing." And she immediately starts starts chanting arcane words and heads towards the north side of the circle, and with some motions of her hands, like a small hole appears in the floor and the stonework, and she just jams the rod in there. Can you make me a Arcana check?
Yeah, it's GM it. No one the others to know anything that's going on. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Yeah, you're not sure what she's doing. But yeah, like moments later, the arcane circle that was shedding like a light blue light, now from the crackling energy of this rod has turned red, but like the runes embed light again, and you can feel immediately as you stand near the circle the ring that you still have in your hands.
Yeah.
And you start you feel the magic in it.
Okay. I say that it's working, that stuff. I can feel the power in the ring. Here, and I hold it out to her.
Okay. All right. Be ready to help anyone that comes through. And a moment later, she vanishes, and Althelos gives you a nod, says, "I'll see you in a few moments."
I hope for your sake you have more spells left than I do, Althelos.
Oh, I do. I cannot leave the Black Staff alone in such an uncertain situation.
Okay.
And then he steps in as well.
Okay. And then
so
once I'm alone, I will light the lantern of Invis Reveal and leave it so it's illuminating the whole space, just in case. And then I'll just stand there, at the ready in front of the portal with my rapier in one hand and the fire breath potion in the other.
Okay, you really guarded? Yeah. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Roll me a perception check. See if you notice anything in your immediate vicinity.
Sure. To GM perception, it's even better, Jacko.
You're on your guard. Okay. Now I need them back in, and I need you to take off your headsets for a bit.
Okay, I'll just Actually, I won't. I'll just take my headset off instead of muting because the stream should be able to hear. I'll just turn my sound right down as well.
Nice.
You could just... No, you could do that. Never mind.
But now poor Chris is gone. I only want to be back if he's back, Jack.
Sadly, impossible.
No.
Okay, so Jet, you are running for the Alchemical lab, and then the room.
Being ready so I don't run into someone.
Yeah.
And you see Chris.
Yay! I see Raven just standing there.
So here now you're in the lab, and do you just want to bolt straight through to the room above?
Unless I immediately see something.
Okay, just roll me a general perception check.
Spooky.
See a general perception check.
Dude, I done all the walls though.
I'm pretty sure that you're alone, and you end up back at the room that you were speaking of a pretty barren room, except for in the middle is another circle with arcane runes that you fail to identify exactly the purpose.
Okay. But it is like a magic circle kind of thing.
It is definitely magic circle, and it is you recognize that at least.
No different from what it was before. I'm guessing there's been no
No,
change.
there's no like visible magic happening right now. Seems to be active, but not active. If you know what I mean. It seems to be on standby.
Okay.
As much as you can tell, at least. While you're thinking it over to see what you want to do, Max and Mordai, what do you?
Like, so you sure no teleport, Mordai? You sure you couldn't muscle up none of like you got like a patron, right? What if you pray really fucking hard to the devil? Would he
That's
just
how
like
it fucking works. It's not a
Alright, how does
fucking
it work?
devil.
how does it okay,
Fuck's sake.
the fiend, sorry, not the devil.
It's not a fiend either. You just get stuff, okay? I'm
You don't get
not
stuff.
no details. You look like a fucking scholar to you.
Yeah, but maybe you could say you really need it right now, right?
No, it's not how
That's
it
not gonna,
works.
okay, fine. What do you want to do?
It's not a constant
What do you want to do, man?
connection. I'm not a cleric.
Alright,
either.
fine. What do you want to do though?
I don't fucking know.
Alright, do you want to wait
I
here?
don't know,
Do
this
you
seems
want
to
to
be
take a
like-
seat somewhere? I'm feeling a bit fucked up, man. We could go have a lie down. Like, he'd probably not gonna be back for hours.
Right.
I like take a sit. I kind of sit down on the floor, like cylinder circle, you know.
Okay.
Mm. I mean, this is not the best spot.
I get out my bedroll.
Best, you know.
I get out my bed. I get out like a blanket. I'm like, hey, why not? Like, if he comes back, I want to be
I
him.
mean, this is probably going to be the entrance area, you know, if he comes back.
Yeah, but if he comes back, that means the teleport's up, and I'm gonna go back.
Yeah, fine, good point. Let's just rest. Rest.
I take a seat, get out like a blanket. You know, I start pouring us some, my wine, Jacko. Just like, I'll break open the last bottle of Amish wine. You know, I got one left on the guy's sheet. I'll break it open.
Sure. You break open the bottle. And,
that's taking a short rest.
Okay.
It's a lovely rest. There's wine involved. It takes half the time of a short rest.
Not sure about that. Okay, so you guys take it easy for now. Still, within the lobby with the circle. Jets, you're studying this other circle.
I'm trying to think of anything of interest.
I'll give
that
you.
I've seen.
You know, last time you were here, you were in a big hurry. Now you're like going over the room and trying to study the runes as much as you can with your knowledge of the arcane. I'll give you another Arcana check.
Okay.
See if you can figure out anything about it.
No.
This, hard for you. It's definitely not.
I'll being not someone of the arcane.
Mhm.
I will
I'm busy with my wine.
hide in this corner, or like next to the door, so someone can't see. Like unless they come all the way in, they can't see me. And
You're invisible. They can never see.
I'll turn not invisible anymore,
Okay.
and I'll sketch out the magic circle on a piece
Oh
of
yeah.
paper.
Sure. Yeah, that's okay. Do you want to how long do you want to take on the sketch? How detailed?
We
do you
got
want
an
to
hour before the short rest is over.
Like I don't care about all too much about like the absolute. I don't care so much about the scale of the
Okay.
things I'm
Mm-hmm.
painting in, but I want all the things.
That you want the
in
pattern to be
Yes.
right, and then the runes. Okay, sure.
Yeah, but I'm
No,
not
okay.
all too jiffy about the size of each.
Yeah. It's,
individual
but
sign.
yeah, you want the details in, so it's gonna take a little bit of time. Okay, but yeah, obviously you can do that with the subject right in front of you.
And I
Yeah.
have,
So
I am
about
proficient in it.
about a few minutes pass, and everything seems eerily quiet for all parties in
No,
the.
no,
in the
we're enjoying chatting with the wine, Jacko. It's not that quiet.
And
Like last year, no fair.
obviously, I'm keeping my ears perked so I can go invisible at any time.
Yes. Okay.
I'm reading my book
Uh,
about salmon.
And Jet, sorry, not Jet, Max and Mordai, as you guys are having a nice, sip of wine, a nice, nice breather after, the roller coaster of events, you guys suddenly notice, especially you, Max, because you're sitting in the middle of the circle, that the the runes and the circle itself that is engraved in the floor is starting to glow again, but this time it is red instead of the normal blue.
Sounds like
And
a blue color to me, right?
yeah, a moment later,
Yeah, I
you
bet
see-
in action TPF Moonsong.
you see a figure. You see a figure transporting. Give me a quick.
Well, yeah.
You guys are guarded. Give me a perception check to see what you see.
Okay.
It's Gandalf.
Okay,
White
yeah, no,
wizard.
that's enough. Yeah, you guys recognize not the form of Manchun, but yellow robes, dark skin, curly shoulder-length hair, and a large staff in one hand with silver silver lines intertwined. You see the form of Varja Safar, the black staff.
What the fuck is she here?
Hey, are you rich? I'm so valuable. Okay, I can't choose my ready action. Sadly.
A moment later appears Athlos.
Can't use my ready action to TP, but it wasn't mentioned. I quickly get up. I get another glass out. I'm like, wine, man.
What happened here? What are you doing?
I saw pouring her. She looks like a drink. I'm like, well, I kind of, finish pouring, kind of, offer it to her if she doesn't seem to respond.
Yeah, no, she knocks it aside.
Oh, it's alcohol. Wine.
What is happening? Where is Manchun?
Yeah, there's still a bit of a problem. He's gone, I believe. Perhaps used magic to spirit himself away from here, but he kind of left us back.
Wait, that doesn't make any sense. And at this point, you notice another activation of the circle. Like you can see the energy forming in the center, and you hear the swirling of energy, but you don't notice like a form appearing. And then guarded, everyone looks around, and a moment later you hear arcane words next to you. And then nothing. Vajra looks at you and says,
Wasn't me.
He's here. All right, wait, this circle, it will not remain active for long.
Jack! I kind of just scream it really.
Where is he? Where's your companion?
I scream it really loud. Really loud. He doesn't. I'm like,
Okay.
I don't know.
The moment
invisible.
I hear him scream, my name, because I know that he wouldn't do that in normal situations, even if he was in danger, because Meshun doesn't know I'm here. So I'll just fucking stop what I'm doing, grab the stuff, and just run.
Okay.
Fast speed, full
so
speed.
you hear ja, echoing through the hall and the chambers. As that happens, everyone can hear another soft-spoken voice, somehow magically enhanced in your ears, and you just hear an arcane word, almost like. Yeah, it doesn't appear to have a source.
Fucking great invisibility, the boss.
You can hear it. It's like almost like fly past your ears, as it's like slow, like as if it's like moving in slow motion. This sound, and a moment later, Althalos standing next to Varja just drops to the ground.
Like with his head fallen off, or like does he look still alive?
Make a perception or medicine check.
And just just like obvious death, or like not obvious.
Yeah, you quickly bend down, and you realize his skin is extremely pale, and he doesn't seem to be breathing. He, and there's no visible, or as you put your fingers on his neck, there's no heartbeat either.
Hmm.
And and as you trying to figure out what happened, you see now Manchun stand in the middle of the room leading into the sanctum, looking at you guys.
My immediate actions go off.
Okay, and let's roll.
I've been readying this action forever, Jacko. I see Manchun, I TP.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you see Manchun, you TP. You can have maintained the ready action for sure.
Yeah, I TP.
Okay, you TP. So Mordai.
This is why you don't ready the action, Mordai.
Mordai, as everything occurs, you see the corporeal form of Max.
Ready because it came,
You see the corporeal form of Max, vanish, fly out with, immense speed, and a moment later he's gone.
Wow.
I really, I should make you take off your headset as well, Ian, if you
Okay.
you can keep working on your. Okay, let me quickly mention Vajra. And yeah, okay, so. I'll say. Does that make sense? Yeah, that makes sense. I should have maybe done this, but like this was the initiative kicker, so I'll say that's what Machun did with his turn.
Okay.
And he looks now at Vajra and says, "Oh, unexpected.
5,
This makes my plans so much easier." Jetta, this is your turn.
Okay, that's 10 movements.
Okay, you're now here.
So that's 25, 40. Gonna move me?
Oh yeah, 40. Sorry, I forgot about your ludicrous movement speed. You are now
That's only one move, Jacko. That's only my move action.
here.
Uh,
Hopefully you're here, so you can peek around the corner and see, into the room.
Okay, so that's 45. Hello, Manchun. It's 45. 50. 60. 70, 80, 90. Perfect. I will myself away.
Let's see. So that does take an action, but you've used your bonus.
You said it was a free action to just pull yourself.
No, it's an action to.
Okay, then it's only 90 to get here. It's 80 to get here. Then I'll move here because I can't.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that's all I can do then. And I'll say, and actually, I'll go here. I'll take my bag.
Okay.
Actually, I'll go. Can I? No, that's an action. I'll make it. I'll like crash into Mordai.
Okay.
Let go of my bag, on more or less onto him, and then I'll fucking step over.
Sure. Okay. So, I'll say Mordai for free on your turn. You can, make your interact action the actual grabbing of the bag, that he's pushing into you to make sure it doesn't fall to the ground. Okay, you do that. Vajra pushes past both of you and says, "Go, please, now. I cannot protect you." And it looks back at Athel's body. "Take his body with you." And then she starts casting an incantation. Let's see if it works. That's a DC. Gerald, okay.
How the fuck does Alphlos get to Blackstaff so fast?
Maybe
Yeah.
he didn't.
Ooh, okay. You see, moments for a moment, Manchun's face drops slack completely, and he seems stupefied. But then a moment past that, he regains himself and shakes it off. Not quite so easy. Morda, it is your turn.
Yeah, I'll absolutely listen to your advice. I try to go back.
Okay, you jump into the portal, grabbing the bag.
Yeah.
Okay, and yeah, you disappear. Manchun. Manchun. Manchun says, "So naive," and casts another spell, but you're not sure what it.
Well, I can't even see him, so. Like...
Yeah. So yeah, but then it is your turn.
I will walk up here. I'll tell.
Mhm.
I'll say to Blackstaff, to this city, you're more important than all of us combined. Don't be stupid. And then I'll place my hand on Alphlos, and I'll will myself out.
Yeah, she replies, "Don't you worry, I have more power with me than this fool can handle."
Yeah.
And then you disappear. Oh. Okay.
Should have just stayed. I never thought that you would actually just come back like that. So fucking stupid. Yeah.
Crazy, right? Right. Oh, wait. Can someone tell Chris to put on his headset again?
Oh yeah. We need you. All of you.
Hello.
Hello.
He needs
Okay.
all of us.
Yeah. So, Raven, you have been waiting at the top of the tower for a few moments. It's about 20 seconds have passed. Suddenly, the magic activates and Max appears in front of you.
Oh Jesus fucking! Oh, Raven, it's me, man. I like. Yeah. It's like I can't look at it. Is you here? Fuck. The one we took from the cultists. David. New name or fake name? David. Wait, I know something only Max knows. Let me think.
But how would Raven know that only something?
Shut up! You're not there. I know. Neither, man. I fucking swear. Dude, let me think. Okay, look. All right, but dude, I go like. I look like I
Another
don't
surge of energy as Mordai pops out.
Don't trust him. He agreed to
Whoa,
work
what
for
the fuck?
Manchun. He agreed. I also. Nah,
That's the only way to get it to be stay alive. So where the fuck am I?
He
Am I on a map?
mysteriously
Dude,
has Jet's
dude.
bag on him.
dude, Raven, I kind of. Like, Raven, dude, I got some like bad news from there.
As you say that, Jet appears.
I
I see anything.
I can't see anything either.
I can see. To move the map, so you're looking at the right part.
I'm scrolling up and down the entire map.
Just
Okay.
look
Yeah,
at it.
I cannot see.
All right. Alphalos, you're not dead.
The next to Jet is still Altos.
But is he alive?
He seems to be laying down.
Oh, so I like
I
shouted,
still
"Are
can't
you
see
alive?
anything
He's
in my
alive!"
radar
And then I
gun.
see him
Yeah,
like
I
fall
can't think
Me
down.
neither.
Huh?
I can't see anything.
Oh.
Look, okay, Raven. Like we ran around. Manchun was there. We fucking talked to him. We ran away. There was a lot of hiding. We had invisibility, and it was hard for him to find us. And eventually, like he found us. And then like I check on Alphalos.
I turn to Mordai and say, "You can give me my bag now."
Yeah, sure I have. Someone even gave it to me.
What happened? Is Vajra, she's still in there? Like,
Vastra's still in there.
she's like
You
fighting him, or like
You check on Altos.
He seemed
Yeah, you
pretty sure of himself, but so did Mansoon.
within the teleportation circle. It's been about at this point with the hurried back and forth. It's been about 20 seconds since Jet appeared out of the circle, and suddenly all of you notice like on the north side of the circle a pretty large rod that has been stuck into the ground like snaps in half, and as that happens, the crackling red energy that was emanating from it disappears, and the circle goes quiet.
wait, whose stuff
That's
was
good.
that, Raven? Okay.
Well, that's not a good
Maybe I
sign.
should have stayed and helped her. But wait, okay, I'm checking out Floss. So, I mean, I figured he was dead before, but like he's dead.
Yeah, he's dead.
I kind of look at him like Raven. I'm like,
We need we need to get him to like the tower, I suppose. There's nothing we can do here.
he's pretty valuable, right? They can bring him back like they did. All right. So we went in there. You wanted us to go, and I maybe all right. Maybe I was being a bit of a fucking idiot, but I was like, we gotta get the fucking eye. Like that's what we came for. So like, man, maybe I said maybe. So we ran around, but wait, Jet, do we have it though?
I reach into my bag and I take out.
I grab it. Mine now. Second. All right, and you still got the stone?
I do indeed.
Nice. All right, so we went down. Me and Mordai were running around trying to find it. We went downstairs, and then we found like Manchun's bedroom, and he was in it. And we were a little like, "Oh my god, what's gonna happen?" And then we were kind of on edge for a little bit, and we like, I said something stupid to him, like I don't know, I insulted him or something. And then like he was trying to like magically find out where the stone was, so I'd hidden it on myself. And then I was like, "Fuck that!" And then I like ran away, and but then he started casting spells, and he chased like Mordai everywhere, but we were invisible, so it was hard for him to find us. But I guess he doesn't know how to spell for some reason. Maybe he wasn't prepared today. I don't know how magic works. Then we were like running around the whole place, and during this we found a lot of information. Like, dude, I know like what he wants to do with the stone. It's like something really fucking crazy. And then like he kept chasing us, and eventually he found me again. And then he's like, I don't know, he's a bit gullible. And then he was like, "Will you work for us?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And then like when he like went downstairs to check us, I had fucking booked it again. What an idiot. And then I ran up to the TP thing, but then he like turned it off. But then he was gone. Like I thought he like teleported to me, but then I think he teleported somewhere else so he could turn off the teleportation. So I just like waited in that little place, and then Badger showed up. And I said, "Man, let's fucking in." And Jets was like invisible and running around the whole place. I don't fucking know. Mordai like said he would work for him, but I think he he just didn't really want to die. He kind of looks a bit scared.
Yeah, well, he found me. Like, standing in the middle of a room, invisibility went off. Not much choice.
Look,
Okay, you want to hear this? Mansion's a fucker.
he's
See, not my control.
I mean,
He's a
that's
dickhead.
fucking hell. Imagine you would definitely do that. No, wait, I would do that. I would do that. Let me think. There would be something.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Gotta think of how we say it though.
But like, wait, if he had mind controlled us, we
Attack
know
Raven.
everything, right? So there's nothing I could tell you that would actually prove I wasn't mind controlled. Yeah, but like,
We
if
could
you know,
always
me,
head to the
but if
temple
he
and have
mind
Baywin
controlled
read
me,
our minds.
if he
You
mind
don't want
controlled
to
me
be
to
like
do my
that.
best to convince you, I might have purposely done a bad job so you would be convinced, right?
By the way, Raven. Doesn't he have a ring that makes him impossible to mind control?
You don't know that. Maybe you know that. I think you would. The ring?
I thought the ring made. I think. Didn't you say that he told us everything except for the beholders in it?
Yeah, I think I made them. Except for the soul stuff. Except for the soul stuff. Yeah, but this ring's uncommon. Wait. Yeah, but like, dude, I'm sure she can bring him. Like, she brought back yeah, like he kind of just like said something and he just kind of died. Dude, why didn't you cast Counterspell, Mordai?
Didn't see him.
Didn't see him. You have to see him. That's a shame.
Yeah, man, like the fuck.
Roll me Arcana.
Why didn't
Nothing.
Yes,
about
no,
this.
there's such powers on only available to those of the highest arcane orders. That if you say a single word, you can make anyone lose their.
Yeah, you can't just do that. I mean, wait, if yeah, she's got it. She's got it.
Yeah.
Wait, so you want?
Regardless, staying here will do nothing. We should.
Also, all right.
I turn invisible.
I continue drinking my wine. How much she wasted? She wasted a whole glass. Okay, can I have the stone back? Yeah.
I sleight of hand the stone back into his pockets, and I say, you already have it."
Man, it's like a big stone. How big a pocket do you think I have? No, that's not
No,
that.
I just give it back to you.
I mean, all I'm saying is, although I agree that's true, like I have this ring that means it can't look in my mind. I could like hide them all in different places around, like somewhere we know, without telling you guys, and that would probably be most of it. Nah, that won't happen. Nah, that won't happen. It might not matter that you know it happens. They might just do it anyway. All right, all right. I mean, yeah. Oh, you had the eye. Yeah. Yeah, they're all eyes. All right. Okay, great. Why did I have to get the one that's hardest to hide though? I kind of, should like hold the big stone up. Maybe,
You were able to hide. You were able to hide it well enough before.
Yeah, but maybe now I'll put it in the hat, and they'll never think I didn't put it in the hat. I put it in the hat. I put it in the hat.
Fucking hat. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Sorry, yes. Yeah, you
I
guys start.
grab a silver disc, by the way, so I'm able to just walk out of this place, unless you don't need
Yeah.
a silver disc to exit.
It doesn't might not matter. Surely.
Okay, but you guys start descending the stairs again. It's still other than the commotion in the sanctum. The tower itself is still empty, lifeless right now. So your exit is uninterrupted. You
Yeah,
find yourself outside.
As we do walk down the film, I'm like, well, what happened to you? How did she get it? Probably should have told we were coming here, huh? And like trying to fight Manchun. Yeah. What was that shit where like there was him and then he dissolved?
Yeah, that was very fucking creepy.
That's gonna take a lot of it magic as well. I'm sure he barely had any left.
It could have probably made me, man. Yes.
Well, there was an ice coffin inside of that place, so I'm guessing that
There
has
was an
something to do
ice
with.
coffin?
Yes. It was empty and looked like a coffin.
The chest freezer? Did you get it?
It's normally not in that shape though. Oh, I guess it is. But it's not really. It was
Was it ice? But then
for a single. When I think about it, you probably could use it.
as we're kind of going, we're like, we're just like joking about this when we're like carrying a body. Do you guys think that maybe we shouldn't be doing this anymore? Maybe it's time we retire as an adventurer.
Man, you just started.
Yeah, but like it's going pretty bad.
In hindsight, with us
Me-
carrying a body
me
and all that, do you
thinking
want
about
me to
it,
carry
thinking about
the
it.
body so we don't carry a body through the entire town?
If only we'd had one more person with us, we could have defeated Manchun. I shake my head and look at Raven sadly. I mean, if they stop us, we just say we're on false way of business,
Yeah, you don't get stopped by the watch, but you do see about 10 minutes of you walking down, limping down the main streetway of Waterdeep. I'll actually put you on the map of Waterdeep for a bit. You see a contingent of the City Watch, but the contingent that you saw guarding the outer walls with armor gleaming in the sun. It's like almost like a golden armor with a banner that has flames on it and a white crown. You guys can roll history if you want to know the symbology of it.
I might have some history. Do I have some history? I have +3, whatever.
Let's do this. Another one.
Okay, it's not too hard. So I'll say Max. Yeah, everyone. Max, Raven, and
And
no,
Ace,
Max and Raven. You guys recognize
zombie AC.
this to be a very small branch of the City Watch, specifically a branch of the Lord's Alliance.
The King's Watch.
Basically, the King's Watch, exactly. Yeah. Wait, what are they called in the Golden? The King's Guard, yeah, sure.
Oh, whatever. King's Guard.
Yeah, exactly. That sounded almost right.
Yeah, I can remember. I was like, maybe.
Yeah, you see them barreling south, the opposite direction that you're going. Yeah, but other than that, your travel back to the manor is uninterrupted. No, exactly, yeah.
Wait. Let's see. I can run after them and ask if it's anything important. I can say.
I like you see a couple discs appear from
I
you,
grab them,
or
yeah.
one at least.
No idea. I jog after them.
Okay, so you grab both discs now and run back. Okay. Are you trying to catch up or just run like behind them?
Catch up.
Okay. Yeah, you can. If you sprint, you can.
What direction are they heading? Are they heading in the direction of Coca-Cola Towers?
It's uncertain to be for sure there, but they're heading straight south down the main
Okay, yeah. The
streetway.
way we came up, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'll try to catch up and then, yeah. If I get
Okay. Yeah, so you get closer and you.
Excuse me, the officers.
Okay, yeah. The continues after you like try and for a few seconds. The group comes to a halt, and at the lead, they descends a female half orc that steps up to you. Says, "What is it, citizen?"
Okay. I'm like Max Foolish, fourth grade. I don't suppose you're doing anything involved in the business at the Cola Towers?
How do you know this? Who are you?
I just came from there. I remember fourth grade. I was on an operation there earlier today.
I see. Well, you got a notification from the Open Lord that we should investigate and aid whatever operations the Black Staff is currently overseeing there.
I nod. When we got out, we did need the silver disc again, right?
Yes.
I'm like, do you know how to bypass the shield on the outside? Do you have the required items?
We do not.
I kind of wait, and we did it by like passing them from one to another as we went through it, right?
We could also touch each other as long as we were contact.
Yeah. You did
first.
So I quickly grab. I'm afraid my business right now takes me back to the tower, but I kind of grab the disc and I'm like, you need these to pass through the force field. As long as you're in physical contact, either yourself or through another, you can use it to pass through. And I like pass them to her.
I see. Very, very useful. Thank you.
Of course. Good luck. I give her like a little salute and quickly run off.
Let's go, man. And yeah, she.
Come on, Jacko.
It's hard to say. It's very bulky armor, but.
Yeah, you see most of them bulky armor and a couple of bikini armors like here and there.
No, it's summer season, you know. But yeah, you hand them over the disc. I feel so free.
Yeah, and then I went back. Just like they said they were going toward the tower, so run that direction. I guess I'm a little bit behind them.
Yeah. Yeah, but if I'm understanding correctly, you guys are walking, right? With yeah.
Carrying a full body, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I don't believe you've tried yet. You have shot a carriage driver, but
Yeah, we've created dead bodies in carriages before.
all right. Yeah. So after. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You catch back up after about a minute max, and together you guys travel back to the manor.
No, we're going to tower, not the manor.
Oh, sorry. Right, you're going to the tower. Yeah, okay. So in total, it's about a little over half an hour, I'll say, of a brisk walk. Yeah, and you enter the tower. It seems to be, not. There's no like alarm going on. There's no people running about. Seems to be business as usual. at least on the courtyard. I believe you mean Maliancor? Yeah, we'll quickly find my notes. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, you give me a quick, I'll say investigation to see if you can deduce, ask around, see what you find first.
Cool. Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
Very
nice.
Since Pathfinder 2, you think about it.
Yeah, that doesn't take long. You find a clerk in the main lobby, and you ask him, either Malianthor or Sevengriff, and they point you towards the top level and say that the eyes of the tower is currently there. You guys make your way up the spiral staircase, and you see Malianthor standing there in what appears to be in a pretty well, not heated, but definitely in a discussion with an elderly human dressed in magister robes. Okay. Yeah, she looks at you surprised for a moment and says, and then turns to the magister and says, "Excuse me, I must take this. Do know that if you don't get me what I want, I can just turn you into a frog and get it anyway." And with a wide smile, she pushes past him, like almost like shoulder checks him, and steps over towards you. Says, I've met you before." I see. Well, that's certainly worth an interruption. May I congratulate you? You have given the Blackstaff the excitement she so often whines about, lacking. All right. We had gathered most of your story already, but maybe we should send over some aid just in case. Troubling. Did you bring him with you? Oh, are you still carrying the sword? Oh, yeah. I see. Well, I have never met him personally. I'll leave him with our medic ward and send someone over. Don't worry too much. Death is
With enough lavender oil, anything can be brought back.
not always.
That happened. That happened already.
That happened already. When the death threat comes back,
That won't happen again. What a chance is that?
Yeah, leave the body, and she says, "Now, is there anything else? Otherwise, I must really return to my parley." Okay. Yeah, so chat here, roll a 14. Okay. Jed, you feel like she is kind of surprisingly too lackadaisical about the whole situation, and not fitting of the current problems. Raven, with your your keen eyes, you've been the one talking to her, and you've already met her before. You gleam through that either this is just a force of personality thing, or she is keeping up appearances, but she you do seem like rapid calculations in her eyes, and swift movements. You see that she has working her brain hard. All right, well, we know where to find you if we need anything, like information. It seems, I don't know. It's been a hard day. There's a lot of people that have threatened you in the past. Yeah, but and she does give you a wink, but then pays no more mind to you, and steps back to the manager, who's furrowed brows are upon you.
Yeah, as we kind of like turn around, we start walking out. I'm like, as we kind of turn, like, I kind of like turn Raven. I'm like, I thought it's definitely not a big deal anymore. I'm still like, but he was like the best friend with like Vajra, right, for like years. Oh, they knew each other for years. But like, if we die, are we gonna get brought back? All right, no counting on it. It's weird though, man. I always thought, you die, you're dead, and now we just drag the body and like, oh, it's fine. It's chill, It's chill. Sure, man. I don't know if it's really my kind of magic.
Oh shit! How long? What the fuck? How long has my mic been used on stream? Sorry, viewers. I missed a lot of what I've said, but hopefully you could infer it from other things. Yeah. Anyway.
Hopefully you don't exist.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, and the fucking webcam's frozen again. Fuck's sake.
I hate that bug so much.
This is the worst.
Still, man, it's weird, man. Like, she doesn't seem she thinks it's fine. Like,
well, she was putting on a brave front, but she was more concerned and more distracted by the information we gave her than she appeared outwardly. I've met her a couple of times now, and I can kind of get a sense of what she's thinking.
All right, she just like that, huh? All right.
Yeah. She tries to play it cool.
Dude, what time are we meeting with Lactal today?
I honestly can't remember. Let's just go back, open up the inn. We got a night to run.
Could be like a cat nap first,
We head back, Jacko.
Okay. You gather back at the Blacksmith Tower, and all of you return to the manor. It's another 20 minutes walk, crossing the...
We don't have a body anymore. We can take an Uber at this point.
Yeah, okay. In that case...
I'll subtract like the 2 copper or whatever it is.
Coppers,
yeah, I got it.
And you cut the travel in half.
Missing 2 of our players.
10 minutes, you... the welcoming side of the bustling alley, and the manor, now mostly refurbished on the outside, in your sight.
I knew I should have just left Tom frozen.
Home sweet home, man. Jesus, a pod track as well. I'm like,
What's that, bitch?
dude, but like, what's the time now?
That's a good
After
question.
all that,
It's about midday, you know, like.
It's about, no, it's a little after midday.
Oh,
It's
for God's
about
sake.
11:30.
I go take a good nap.
Yeah,
Yep.
Dude, Jet, keep watch, man.
I take at the very least a short rest. Several consecutive short rests before
Yeah,
we
I
have to
take some
open up for the
short-
evening.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, as does someone enter the tap room, or do you just like immediately go upstairs?
I go in the tap room. I might go eat a
Yeah,
meal
that's
first. Actually, I'm
fine.
pretty hungry. I'll eat a meal then sleep.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we get back, we sit around together in a tap room for like half an hour, just kind of like winding down,
Eating.
talking about what's happening, eating lunch. And then we go and like, you know, kind of hang by ourselves until the evening and we have to open up. We don't have to open up, we decide to.
As you guys sit down.
We're not on the map, Jack. Can you move it or something?
Oh yeah, sure.
I appreciate the music though.
Yeah. The music was like, oh, we're meant to be there.
La la la. Oh, the playing cards. Uh-oh. The Joker. He's left a sign.
Yagra, what do you get out of here?
Right,
Yagra.
Niagara.
Yagra. Could imagine not making walls on this map. What a bad
You
idea.
see,
My maps have walls.
well, I mean, you specifically requested me to remove them.
Oh, I did? Oh,
If only I could move up these stairs and be teleported to the top.
man, imagine that. That'd be crazy. Ooh.
Okay, no, yeah, sorry, we sit around down here, yeah.
Yeah, you see, he was, sitting on some of the steps of the stairs heading down to the cellar. And these guys move into the tap room and sit down. He rushes over, and says, "Ooh, how'd it go? How'd it go?
Fucking
More adventure?"
terrible, man. Sorry, don't use that word.
Yeah, don't curse in front of the kids.
Positively, it went fucking great.
Look, some adventures go better than others.
Fucking great.
And on the scale of adventures we've had, this one went worse than many others have gone.
Probably
As-
not better than a lot of people's other adventures with Manchun, though.
Yeah. But as you can tell, I have little HP left. And Jet
Yes.
might be even worse.
We are all alive, though. It's true.
Luckily.
Hey, David.
Luckily.
Dave, his name is
You
Dave.
hear a shout from the basement. Oh wait, yes?
What do you mean? I can see you in the kitchen. You know. I'm
don't-
like, put on some food.
Oh, do I have permission to finish my creation?
After the food.
After food? Yes, sir.
Yeah, he's getting some lip. I kind of looked at it. Fucking cheeky now, huh?
He stumps up,
Shake my head.
knife in his hand. For a moment, the cultist life seems to have taken him over again. Then he moves back into the kitchen with a fanatical gleam in his eyes, ready for making pancakes.
Yeah, pancakes for what? I don't know. Do we have anything else to get cooking? Just make us some fresh bread.
Savoury pancakes. We just put like cheese and mushrooms in it and
Right.
stuff.
We have cheese and mushrooms.
We got all sorts.
We have cheese, probably. Cheese doesn't go off. I'm sure we bought cheese.
Cheese doesn't
You-
go off, he says.
He comes back and says,
Quickly.
if you give me lending money, I can maybe do some purchases, but I don't have any on me. And he kind of like he starts rubbing down like the.
Alright, no, you're right. I give him 20
pockets
gold.
and,
I say, stop.
I give him my book called How to Cook Salmon. And then I let him decide what to do with it. Don't know why I have this on my inventory sheet.
I give you a homework called How to Cook Salmon.
It was one point Jack was like the bookcase with random shit. I was like how to cook
Okay,
salmon.
I say,
And then I was like, okay, I take that one.
I say to him, okay, no, you're right. You should have some funds to keep the place stocked. And I give him 20 gold. I say, this should keep us going for several weeks.
But I do
Don't
give
waste
him-
it all in one go. Yeah, also, how to cook salmon. Salmon and pancakes. That's now the two things we can have here.
Dude, like on like you can make like the mini
Very
little
gracious, master of the
like
faith.
smoked salmon, you know? Oof. Like the blinis or whatever. Oof.
I'll make a gorgeous fillet that will burn your tongue and make you wish you were in hell itself.
Great. Get cooking.
I need spices.
Well, go buy him, dude. We gave you the gold.
Yeah, he rushes out the door. Ooh, not Morlai. David.
Pretty similar.
Whoa.
Not that different.
Whoa.
I pour myself a pint. I finished the Amish wine. I gotta take this off my shelf. I've had on that for so long.
Okay, yeah, you finished the bottle.
Yeah, I think we could all use a pint, Mr. Poltergeist, if you happen to be around.
Yeah, after a few seconds, you hear the clinking of glasses being moved, not glasses, but tankards being moved around.
Cheers.
And,
We should have a little bell that you can just hit if it's in the area.
We should have a bell. He needs a collar with a bell. That's what he needs.
I kind of like as we're going to another. I'm like, where do you reckon? What do you reckon better place for stone? Hat or inside my like clothes? What do you reckon?
Wherever you put it, you shouldn't tell us.
Yeah, but then I ask you, and then you have to decide which one I'm telling you, which one you see I'm going to put in.
I think the hat's better.
Yeah, I put it in the hat.
Ah, bamboozled. But you just do it in front of me, like.
Yeah, and I give you I cast mending to repair my clothes, Jacko, where I like cut them open and get it out.
Yeah, for sure.
Actually, I got stabbed a bit. You want to mend? Could you possibly mending on my clothes as well?
Yeah, dude, I mend up your clothes.
Better.
Okay, so you guys are, resting now that you're in finally back in a safe space. Do you want to do anything after, taking the short rest of an hour?
I mean, my short rest doesn't actually do anything, so I don't want to spend any hit. I think I'm going to stay at the health for the rest of the day.
You don't have any more hit dice?
I've got 2 left, but I only got half back tonight, so as like as long as we're relatively safe for the rest of the day, I kind of want to save the hit dice for like whatever fucking happens tomorrow.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm just gonna trust that nothing's gonna fuck me up today. Like,
I wouldn't do that, right?
there's a really good chance he would, but whatever.
You're bad, so I'm just like laying in bed.
If I die, I die.
Okay. You die.
Whoa. More die,
Now I finally get the name. What's going on?
That was not the original idea.
Oh, maybe this is why. No. Oh, there we go. Give me a moment, please.
Nope.
I think did I ever sell my 75 gold painting? I don't remember that. Pretty sure I did, right? To pay for my tattoo or something?
No, you used the gold bar for that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I still got the 70. Man, I gotta trade this painting at some point.
Weren't you gonna use that in the...
It's hanging, yeah, it's hanging upstairs right now, but like, I mean, it's worth more money than like, a lot of them. Like, we should even out the interior decorating rather than having like one painting worth 75 gold and everything else is kind of like rough hewn wood. Oh, actually, I know what I want to do in my afternoon, Jacko, when you're like no longer distracted.
Yeah, what do you want to do?
Mordai, as I recall, right before we went into the Kolat Towers, many moons ago, but also just this morning, you received a cipher, right? A Gentarim code breaking majig. If I may borrow that, I want to go up to my study after this pint and use my short rest to try and decipher the Gentarim spellbook that I've been lugging around all this time.
Yeah, sure.
Do I want to use fucking?
No,
Wait,
should I give it to him?
we got given that big gift basket in the morning, huh? And then we never used it.
Mm-hmm.
I look in it and get out the healing thing you said was in it and put it in my inventory.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I've also got a mystery wand, by the way, Jacko. I really should have made a note of where I got it.
And I remember, Jet, you have a mystery book and a mystery
Yes.
bag that you stole, right?
Yep.
Mystery book.
I think it's. Oh yeah, it's from. Yeah, you're right. It's from the room with the flame skull in it. That's where I got the mystery wand from.
Oh, these are more one. Okay, no.
Yeah. The mystery wand I found inside like a fake book in the room with the flame skull.
Wait, Jeff, did you bring over the stuff I hid under the bed?
I'd also like to try and identify that.
Ooh, can I have the mask? Did you bring the mask?
Do you ask Jet if he has the mask?
Yeah, do you have the mask?
Jet doesn't answer.
Yeah, do you have the mask?
He's not there. He's gone.
I mean, are you there? Or are you invisible? What's
No,
happening?
I'm not there.
Oh, so you just turned invisible?
No, I've been invisible since. Like you heard, I've talked
You
to
just
you
said-
on the way towards Trollskull, but
You haven't
Since
said
then you
anything?
haven't.
You've been in troll
Yeah.
school? Yeah, but you didn't want to drink or you didn't eat anything?
Nope.
So I guess like
Not
as we kind of go
any-
up,
not
Yeah.
as we're going up the stairs, I kind of like as we're all kind of heading up to him, I'll be like mention it to Jad, and then like when I notice which one, I'm like I kind of look at it, I was like Jad's here, right?
Dude, I haven't heard from him at all. Jet?
Let's see.
I hate it when
We
he
should-
fucking.
We shouldn't give him one of the eyes. He keeps like going invisible and running off. I don't trust it.
That's even more useful.
Maybe we
We
should.
should. For putting a bell on the poltergeist, we need to put a bell on him, though.
But he should have to tell us when he goes invisible man and wins away, man.
I mean, I just checked, Jacko. I get the lantern of Invis revealed just to make sure he's not fucking with us. And then when he's like not here, I'm like, no, he's not actually here.
Yeah, you do see the Liv, the ghost, standing behind or floating behind the bar.
Hey, Liv. Look, Liv. I feel kind of as you. I say this like as we're leaving because I want to go up to my study and get the stuff done. But just as we're leaving, I say, look, Liv.
By the way,
It's
for
not like
the rest of you haven't really
illuminating him.
seen Liv up close after the whole, haunting debacle. He, since the last time you saw him, he is noticeably more restful. Like he now looks, basically as you saw in the painting, like the serene form of a half elf with a warm smile on his face as he regards you, long hair, he's nodding back at you.
Yeah, just kind of, like as an afterthought, like as we're kind of leaving, I look, Liv. I'm extremely grateful for the service you're doing us as a bartender, but I don't want to kind of I don't know, abuse you as like a slave or whatever. Is there anything you particularly want or need that you could communicate to us that we could try and get for you, or are you just kind of, I just gesture expansively at the room, like happy here. You're muted.
He thinks it over for a little while, and then he looks back at you and just does a motion, kind of similar to yours, like going over the entire room. And then
all right,
his turns.
Well, if you think of anything, you're a valued member of the team, and I wouldn't want to deprive you of, of like any freedoms or the ability to do whatever the hell you want. So just let us know, yeah.
He taps the little sign that Max made with the prices of the various drinks that you guys offered.
Yeah.
And then he points at the door, and then he points at the stools in front of the bar.
Yeah, we're going to open up this evening. Hopefully, we'll have a similar crowd to last night.
He gives you another nod.
Cool. All right. Well, see you around then. I put the lantern out.
So I'm like, just chill. Dude, we should tell him to tell us, so man. He should tell us what it's. It's just rude, right? Like if I were just leaving the room, I would say see you later.
Look, he's maybe, but I feel like on the scheme of things, who really gives a fuck?
I mean, I want to know if he had dude, he has some really important documents we stole from the place.
Does he?
Yeah, man. Oh, I should have told you about that. I know what Manchun wanted the thing for.
Fuck.
Apparently there's something really important trying to make everybody forget or something. And there's a special magical ritual that's incredibly powerful you can do with the stone. Oh, and have you heard of this guy? And I try to remember. I'm like, there was a dude called it was Lord the Goat. You know that guy? Apparently he's in Neverwinter. That's where you're from, right?
Daggelt? Yeah, I think the name sounds familiar to me, Jacko. Daggelt.
Yeah, he's a previous Open Lord.
Yeah, that's right. Wait, is he Daggelt? Previous Open Lord? Isn't he what's his name's father? Reynar's father? Is that Daggelt?
That's that goat? Oh my god, I forgot. Right.
Yeah, he's the guy who hid all the treasure. Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, dude,
wait, what do we know about him?
He still has this a tetrahedron of jade, apparently, and you gotta have that. What's an abolithic artifact? You know what that is?
Have I ever heard of an aboleth, Jacko?
Yes, you have heard of...
Did we roll on this previously, or am I making that up?
Yeah, well, you did research to the Stone of Galore and figured out...
Right, that's right, yeah.
Abolithic Empire.
Yeah. So I say, okay, fair enough. It was a bit of a dense research, but when I looked up the Stone of Galore in the library, I discovered that it's an artifact of something called the Abolithic Empire. They're like weird psychic fish that used to rule the world. To put it, in terms you'll remember. Yeah, you heard me.
Right. Well, anyway, he's got another one of these weird artifacts, I guess, the stones. That one. That's what the Dread Jade thing is, and he's still got that. And if you have that and the stone, and then you burn some fucking incense with the blood of one of those fish guys, then they fucking you can make people forget everything. It's if you focus and you have the spell, you can make everybody in the fucking world forget something you focus on.
Okay, this is a bit of an information overload right now. I want to go decipher my book. I want to go figure out what this wand does. I'll think about all this meta shit in the morning.
Meta? It's not meta. Dude, also, I got this other thing.
Oh god.
It had some names on it, and I recognized there was a name Mert, but that was on it, and that's the dude, you know. And
Yeah,
then
it
there's
runs
another
the
guy
opera
called
house.
Corliss San. Do you know who that is? Corliss San.
Not a
know
clue.
that guy? No, but that name had a tick mark next to it, but it doesn't say what the tick does.
Oh, you don't know who he is?
Nah, dude.
Oh, okay. Can I roll then, Jacko? I thought you was about to explain it, so I didn't want to.
Oh, sorry. What are you trying to?
Name of Coilus Than, you said, Ian?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Roll history if you want.
Imagine it not being society. Crazy. Imagine it not being society.
Imagine that, the skill not existing, yeah. Dude, just don't miss.
Okay.
It's like the
Yeah.
last one.
I missed with that insight earlier. The second one.
Yeah, you've come across the name before. You kind of dig into your mind, and you
Nothing in there.
it's almost hard to make the connection, but you remember seeing the name somewhere or hearing it somewhere, and then you recognize it to be the guild master of the master of tailors, glovers, and mercers, like the guild on Waterdeep that oversees everything, you know.
Okay, yeah, he's the head of the Tailorers Guild. There was a check mark next to him.
Yeah, and then there was another guy called Ernbrus, Jelen Ernbrus. That was the other guy in this with a check mark. There were like 5 names and 2 check marks. And that guy was like he was like a lord at some point, right, Jacko? Like a small lord, yeah. That's what I knew about him.
Yeah, I knew he was nobility of some kind.
Yeah, but then he got like in real big financial debt, I'm pretty sure. Like my dad spoke some shit about it and was like a big gambling problem. So it sounds like, you know, I don't know what, but they both put ticks. Is it like this guy's got him in their pocket or some shit, you think? Then there's like, but
okay, so like I know Mert is a harper, right? If I examine my knowledge of this tailor motherfucker, like, what are the odds that person is also like a harper secretly? Like, obviously I can't know if he is or isn't, but like from what I know about him, is there like any chance, or is he just like a bit of a dweeb?
is he that guy?
You're not familiar with the person.
Not familiar with the person himself. Okay.
Dude, there was also, so I knew the name Ernbrus, but there was also like Asar Duke Starbuckler. That ring a bell, Mr. Know Everything?
How many history checks do you expect me to pass, Max? Like
2 more. 2 more. 2 more.
Yeah, roll me history.
Starbuckler.
Oh, baby.
Doesn't seem familiar.
No,
Damn it.
I don't know him.
Adabrand? Adabrand. Dorga Adabrand.
No, I just.
Doesn't mean anything to you?
Oh, God, for fuck's sake.
Well, 26.
Yeah, let me see.
And this
Dude,
was
I've been
all-
here like a year and I know everyone, huh?
The
Like,
guy had like a ledger, you know, and these were the names in it. So it's like, you know, ledgers like to do with money, right? Or some shit.
Yeah, you recognize this name as well. Because, this man, you've dealt with your in your clerical works at the Blackstaff Tower. He is a member, technically a member of the Order of Magists and Protectors, but he is overseeing the branch that deals with the city of Waterdeep in relation to other cities concerning magical.
okay. As I'm spouting this information, I get halfway through and I say, "Okay, Max, look, come with me out to my study. This is getting too much. We're going to write this stuff down."
Oh, okay.
Okay, what were the names?
Copy and paste them to you.
Write them here. Yeah. Okay. Corylus Fan, Tharduke Starbuckler, Jelen Ernbrisk? Ernbrisk, okay. Ernbrusk, okay. Dorgar, yeah, you're right. Dorgar Adar Brent, fuck's sake.
Yeah, I know, right? That was hard.
Okay, so Ermusk is struggling in financial debt. Gambler. And does he have a tick or not? Or is it... Who had the ticks? No, okay.
Just San and
Okay. Than had a tick. And who did I know? Which one did I know? I knew Starbuckler was from Blackstaff Tower or something, right?
Ardabrand.
Yeah,
Oh.
you need Dogger are other brands from your time in the Blacksmith Tower.
Okay.
But
He was like foreign relations or something. You said. Sorry, I was like.
Yeah, so he's basically
he's the Ministry of Magical Affairs for both countries, in Harry Potter.
So foreign relations of
Yeah.
Blackstaff Tower is like a reasonable note for him.
Yeah, it's basically well, as far as you understand it, it is the government trying to reduce the power of the Blackstaff herself by having an official position.
Oh, okay. So
deals with her, position.
okay, so like government liaison at Blackstaff
Oh,
Tower. Okay, government.
Oh, like, dude, we used to tell
Yeah.
Black stuff like all this stuff about the ritual part and like these names.
And Tharduk. Sorry, who was Tharduk Starbuck? Wait, I can't remember which one I didn't know.
You didn't know Starbuck, even though you rolled well, you had no idea about it.
Starbuckler. Okay. Question mark. And Corylus Than was the tailor, right?
Yeah,
Big
the
tailor.
guild master of the
No.
Taylor.
Elon Musk is a nobility as well.
Tailor Guild Master. Okay, so they're all like important in some. Noble. Okay.
They all have money.
Right. Once I've got that written down, yeah. So like, we'll kind of like mull over the names for a bit, but like obviously we don't know who Starbuckler is. And I'll say, okay, this is clearly an important list, but I don't know what we're going to do with it right now. I've wanted for days to get through the spell book. I'm kind of curious to know what this one is.
Read the book. I'll see you later.
Yeah. But first I need the loo, and I go to the loo.
Sure. Okay. So let me deal with. Let's go to Jet for a moment. So yeah, you
Say
take.
goodbye.
Hello, Monsoon. How you doing?
This bastard.
Okay.
So I'll do all that. The things
Okay.
I've typed down. The looking through the items that Max took, or I got from Max under the bed, and the book. Also the bag. Why not? I'll rummage through my findings and look at them together with Mooning.
Okay. Wait 1 sec. Okay. So that's what you discussed.
Yeah. Instead of just looking at them privately and then sharing everything with Mooning, which I'm gonna do anyway.
Oh.
So yes.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think what you typed before warrants maybe a little talky talk.
Okay.
But I'll leave it up to you if you want to do it now or like solo.
It might have the outcome might actually affect how I'll talk to the others later.
I'll
So it
say
might be better.
the answer will be positive.
Okay, nice. Okay, good.
Yeah, so
That's-
okay, that's and then you want to
Positive for him. He shuts me down.
fuck you, boy. Yeah, then you investigate together the items. Yeah, it is a magical item. By spending some time with it, you can figure it out. It's actually interesting because you grabbed a pouch that was hidden in the astral vault, and there weren't that many items in there. There was mostly, the things that were immediately obvious to you. You grabbed some, the disc, the eye, the ring, and then as you actually grabbed
two
a random
rings.
pouch tucked in the corner. Yeah, after some investigation, you recognize this. This is a pretty common item, or pretty commonly talked about at least. It is a bag of holding.
Ooh. Nice.
And
Is
you
there anything
open-
in the back of holding?
Yeah, once you figure out how it works, you realize that you are able to spill the contents by turning it inside out. And a moment later, on the desk of Mooning, falls down with a heavy tung, 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 like almost like a glass ball, almost like a witch's ball, for example.
What's that thing in?
Palantir is what it
Yes,
is.
exactly.
Yeah, that's a little bit of Palantir vibes, yeah. But it seems to be it's see through.
I give it a tap.
Okay, let me quickly check something. I gave it a tap. You fool. Okay, you realize you feel similar to when you donned the ring and felt the magic power inside it. As you tap it, you feel like you could activate this globe if you wanted to.
Interesting. Is it that I can spend some time with it and figure out what it is instead of just activating it?
It is. Yeah, you spend some time with it, and even with your minds combined, it doesn't seem familiar to you immediately. You can try and Volcana again if you want.
Sure. Can I, with advantage, figure
Yeah, with
Mooning's helping me out?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a fucking bad Arcana. I don't think I've rolled good for Arcana this entire fucking campaign.
You have +1 to do that, my friend.
I think I'll ask my friend whether about this. I'm a bit wary of especially items that come from Monsoon.
Gives you a mysterious nod.
He knows exactly what it is. He's just not telling me. What about the book?
Right, the book.
It's another Vol's Guide to Monsters. You said it was a valuable book, you know?
Yeah, you realize that this is a book stolen from the private collection of Dular Colad, the original owner of Waterdeep. No, not the original owner of Waterdeep. My bad. Original owner of Colad Towers. Yeah, it's you skim through it, and it's not like a spell book. It goes into various topics concerning the abyssal plane that he has uncovered. And you don't know much about magic, but you know that this is probably worth a good amount of money.
Okay, I'll say this might be quite of interest to some disciples. I'll essentially just leave it in the temple. This particular book.
Shove it over. Yeah.
We take all knowledge, and the random pouch is a bag of holding. And then I have a magic glass orb. And then you can also give me the text for the. I also obviously share this with you, Mooning, but is the mask magical?
After checking out the mask, it seems to be non-magical.
Okay. The ledger and the notes I got from Max under the bed.
You decided to take those, right?
Yes.
Sorry,
no, I only took the mask.
Yeah. my bad.
That's fine.
What did you want to do with them?
I want to read them.
You want to read them? Okay, I'll send them.
And share the knowledge with Mooning, so he is also well aware of them.
Let me quickly check. Okay, you find it's a combination of almost like the equivalent of sticky notes inside of a ledger.
Okay.
You first find this.
Okay.
And then oh, wait, did I put it here? Wait, sorry, Ian, do you remember where I gave you the information that was inside the ledger?
Where you gave it me? I can copy and put in the ledger. Ledger just names, right?
No, I meant specifically not the ritual, but his his information on the various eyes, etc.
Oh, where you wrote that to me?
Yeah.
Oh wait, after the ritual bit.
Oh yeah, okay. So you should have that already as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, so you read that. Chris, let me give you with the cipher. It's pretty easy. You recognize. Yeah, you have a pretty analytical mind, and you can crack the code with the aid of
Okay.
of these notes.
Now I've got a mechanical headache for you, Jacko.
Okay. Ooh.
The identify spell
Mhm.
requires a 100 GP pearl, which does not get consumed. I do not have such a regular pearl, but I do have my pearl of power, which I assume is worth more than 100 GP, but for different reasons to a regular pearl. But if it were a regular pearl, I don't know how much it would be
I'm
worth.
guessing like you had to have a really valuable pearl to make a pearl of power, right? There's no way you could use a normal pearl.
Well, it's okay. So this is kind of what I'm
Yeah.
asking.
It's kind of weird, like what decides the value of
Yeah.
magical components. Also, yeah, your pearl of power.
Pearl of power works. I mean, it kind of like in a weird thematic way, it kind of makes sense, right? Like it's a useful thing for people to have around. Okay,
It's
cool.
kind of valuable.
So in that case, I will cast identify as a ritual to try and identify, or to identify the wand and find out what it is.
Right. The one. The one. Go down here. Not that, not that, not that. Okay, yeah, you identify this wand. Let me just quickly double check. I don't want to keep you too excited. Okay, yeah, you recognize it as a wand of binding.
Kinky. I'll have to check what a wand of binding does.
Yeah, you can look it up.
Awesome.
I don't believe there's a handout for it in this. No,
That'd
there
be
isn't.
far too nice.
Even though
Wait,
you know
it's
it's
fucking
trash.
that expensive? What the fuck?
What is?
I'm only buying one, Jacko.
Oh, okay.
Wait, that's expensive? I wouldn't have.
It's
thought.
25 gold each.
It's very well made, I guess. Yeah. Okay, and then after
And then
that you.
the spell book. Yeah, I
the
just wanted to know the list of spells inside.
Yeah, I'll send you the lists.
Cool.
How much is this?
Okay, Morda, you're resting, in your bed, just having some nice dreams. Okay.
Yeah, I'm resting. Too stressful. This day I'm just like, this day. The rest of the day is a write-off. I'm taking.
Are you actually trying to take a nap?
How would that feel?
Yeah, I
Just-
take a short nap. Yeah, like just like a nice afternoon nap, an hour, 2 hours.
Okay. Yeah, same
this is
as
sick. Nice.
you have in the recent nights. Your mind goes towards the weird. Yeah, you think it's like a shadowy plain, like an endless horizon with white sand, and just instead of clouds, you just see shadows passing by. But the sight doesn't frighten you. It just it in fact has a very calming effect on your soul.
Okay. Yes.
It's just as if you're meditating. It's quiet, but not. You don't feel alone, or you feel at peace.
Okay.
So yeah, you have a very nice rest.
Great.
Let's see. You wanted to do that. Okay. Max, after you went upstairs to rest, what else do you want to do, or just chill? Okay.
I like the idea of resting.
Technically, we could afford two, but not. That would be like all my money.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I'm the one with the least amount of gold in this fucking
I have very little.
How much do you have?
34.
Okay, I actually had more than you then. Not anymore, but
Suddenly, your rest gets interrupted by a heavy knock on the door. Doo, doo, doo.
Who's rest?
Anyone who...
Yeah, fuck yeah. I go downstairs, muttering, fucking swearing, pieces of shit. I use the teleport functionality and arrive down here and open the door.
Well, as you go down, you see Squiddly already having opened the door.
Not as strangers. Not as strangers, dude. You can't just open the door. What if they wanted to kill us?
He closes the door.
Yeah, that's why. So go hide somewhere safe.
Yeah, you're right. He was a cop or something.
Oh yeah, fuck that. Fuck the police. Go hide, Squiddy.
Alright.
Alright, I open the door.
David, where are you?
No, David.
I'm down here, kid.
Open the door.
Okay. Yeah, you open the door, and in front of it, you see standing another man of the King's Guard that you saw earlier, and he doesn't say anything, but he extends out a hand with a letter in it.
Oh, thank you. I give him a salute.
Gives you a nod, but he waits by the door.
Oh, okay. I read it.
Okay. Yeah, it's a very fancy, like a red envelope marked with wax, and in the wax you see the symbol of the white crown. And as you tear it open, you see a very short message actually. I'll show it to you. I can't. Gotta do it like this, right? I put it in your journal.
Oh, thanks. You're a guy. You're a man. Wait, where in my journal though? This thing called a magic item?
No.
I think it is. I think it's under the magic item tab. Yeah, I think it is.
Well, it might be under the magic item tab. That's true.
It's a magic.
Yeah, it's the from Harry Potter, the one that speaks to you.
I'm like, all right. I'll go get. I know a couple of them are here, but one of them, Jed, I don't know where he is. Kind of shrug. Dude, do you reckon 3 of us is enough?
I don't know.
Alright, well, I don't know where he is. Do you have like? I'll leave a note for him here. He normally comes back here, and then he'll join if he's not too late. I don't.
Yes, you're not under arrest.
No, but like it says with haste. Have you read it?
I have not.
Oh, we're meant to follow you, I think, quickly. You can lead us to Peregrine's palace, right?
Of course.
Great. But I mean, you don't mind. You don't have. No, I mean, you don't mind. You don't have other work to do or anything. Like you're here to escort
No, I'm
us.
meant to return anyway.
Okay, but you're not here to like escort us.
I'm not.
Oh, why were you waiting until I read it then?
To ensure that you read it.
I could have just looked at it and not read it.
How hard does he slap Max? He just like slaps you down and walks off like.
You're one of these guys.
Doesn't make sense. You wait for me to open it, and then what? You're just like, well, I'm gonna go now. It doesn't make sense.
Dude, it's...
My duty is over. If you wish to accompany me back to the palace.
Well, I mean, we'll be going there. We can share a cab.
The carriage that's waiting in.
Oh, could you mind? Is there space for us?
You say there's 3 of you?
Yeah. I'll go get him. All right. I kind of just I get like I don't know a fucking I won't ask him if it's a nail he'll hit me. I don't know. I just like kind of get the note that's been written, kind of like tuck it like when we leave I'll like kind of shut in the door so like Jet could see it if he walks in.
Okay, yeah.
Like, it would fall out. But I'll kind of go upstairs. I'll kind of call, hey Raven, you don't get to look at the book anymore. Mordai, you awake up there?
Okay, I come out like why not?
We've been summoned for an audience with the Open Lord of Waterdeep. It's very exciting.
I look at my like 6 HP. I just glance up at my health bar, like above my head, and I'm like, all right.
I'm like, I mean, look, it's the Open Lord. If we're gonna,
dude, it's a cool book. It's a cool book, though. There's spells in there I couldn't even fucking cast.
Dude,
a lot of them
would kill.
Not quite like that much, but
Good for you.
Alright, but Jet, you guys still haven't seen Jet, right? Because
It's
he's
a
like
pity
summoned
copying
well.
spells are so
No
fucking
idea.
expensive. Yeah, no idea what Jet is.
Alright, well, I'll leave the note in the door, and then if he comes back, he'll...
Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, let's go then.
Yeah, I'm the guy who waiting for me, right?
Yeah, he's still standing outside now, a bit further removed from the door, between the door and the carriage.
Yeah, as I kind of step out again, like shut the door, I'm like, sorry, I didn't get your name, by the way.
Oh, I'm NPC generator.
Sergeant Biggs. That's what I would have called him.
Peter, I give him a wink. I can't wait to share this cab with you.
How did you know? It's Hadrian Biggs. Pleasure to meet you.
Hadrian Biggs. I've heard much things about your wall. Let us go.
Our wall is fantastic. Right, yeah, and yeah, you. This is a much nicer carriage than you're used to.
I'm glad I got it. I'm glad I got him to wait and get the limo.
Cushions, and nice. The windows are enlaced with almost like golden patterns. You're not sure if it's fully gold, but at least
It's like a little wine cooler with champagne. Like,
not quite.
oh damn!
I make sure I look good.
But
I
there is a lot of leg space.
I rearrange
Nice.
my bandana, my pocket watch, my hat, my whole shebang.
I like try and just like wipe some of the blood off like various,
Oh, I'm sure you went
Places
to like
like
the
this.
washroom and washed our face.
Stand.
when we got
I was kind of keen. I didn't really expect to do much for the rest of the day, so I was kind of keen to like get the wand identified and like I tidied it up a bit, but I suddenly made myself really presentable for the open lord. So
I don't know how. How is there no washroom in like this fucking 3-story manor, Jacko?
we could
like,
make
I-
any. There's a private bathroom on my bedroom, off my bedroom.
Oh yeah, there is.
There's a private bathroom off Mordai's as well.
How come I don't have one? How there's none on the second floor? It's bullshit. I use. Well, did you
This
say
one
private?
isn't really private.
Yeah, you
when
say
think about it,
private. I use this entrance, Chris. Yeah,
Okay, that's Mordai's. As long as no one comes into mine.
yeah, that one's hard to get into.
There's even a privy, like just right here. You can just...
I'll just
a
rope
dip.
down when I'm level 6 monk and like TP into it.
Wow.
TP out.
I look forward.
Yeah, I make sure I'm not
the
looking.
last thing that you haven't fixed.
Make sure I'm not looking too sloppy. And I'm like,
Okay.
so you don't know why we were sent for? Can I talk to Hadrian?
Well, normally there's a bit more of a appointment, I suppose.
So it's
And I'm not
important.
used to having the invited guests accompany me on the carriage itself.
No, I'm sorry. I can't look around. I hope there's space. I kind of look at all the space in
that's
this carriage.
He was traveling alone, so
It's
it
like
must
a
be-
16-seater. Like
It must be.
Uh,
It
so much space.
for eight
must be
people.
boring though to be going around by yourself all day.
Oh, and this is just a part of my duties.
I'm as far away, and as I understand that can be quite some distance from this conversation as I can be. Like where Max is annoying Hadrian Biggs, I'm like a different row of the bus. Like like.
Jacko? What's the name of the open lord again? I keep forgetting.
Laeral Silverhand.
Silverhand. Let's go. We have a picture. Have you seen him recently? We have a picture of him.
That's a shame. Yeah.
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 Yeah, we saw a picture of her.
I think I gave you that, no?
Yeah, we do. Have we met?
I didn't see her well. Like you saw her briefly when it was dark on the opposite side of the courtyard of the Blacksmith Tower when she was having a discussion with the
I
Blacksmith.
thought we were coming into the where it is, and they were on the exit of the courtyard, and we were like just standing on the side waiting for them to finish the conversation.
Yeah, but you were about 30 feet away from them. You couldn't like catch the actual conversation.
Yeah,
itself.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but you saw her, close enough that you could recognize her definitely. And yeah, she was dressed in very luxurious white robes, and she had a silver, as it's in her name, she had a silver gray hairdo. Yeah, and you could feel like a presence from her. Yeah, but that's the only encounter you've had with her.
Okay.
And yeah, do you want to keep having this conversation on the way, or do you mostly?
Yeah, I'll chat with him.
Yeah, okay. You chat with him unless there's something you specifically want to know.
I improve his attitude with my diplomacy.
Wrong with diplomacy.
There we go. You keep saying you do Pathfinder 2 things, and eventually they'll work.
He goes from hostile to unfriendly.
Beats persuasion, I assume. Oh, too bad. It's
No,
fine.
stays hostile.
Yeah, you don't feel his attitude improving necessarily, but he keeps, keeps.
It's fine. It doesn't get worse during our small talk. That's all I ask.
Yeah, you don't beat his will DC, but it's not a critical fail.
I kind of like looked. A part of it, I kind of sidle up to where they even see. I'm like, did you bring the eye?
Squint at Max. How much do I trust this? Yes, I did. I did bring the eye.
No, okay. Got him. I nod and give you a wink, and then I sidle back over to Biggs.
Okay.
But out of
yeah.
curiosity, Jacko, how far into everything am I? Am I like on the way back at this point? Am I still doing shit?
That's a good question. This is about 2 hours after you guys all returned. Let me quickly see. Yeah, you're still out. I'll say, yeah, after about a half an hour, you can be back at the manor,
Okay.
including the shopping.
So I'll enter. I guess I see the paper.
Yeah. The paper flies down to the ground as you open the door.
Now I'll fucking catch it when it's.
Yeah, you catch it.
He slips on it.
Got him.
I read it. Can I get the? Is it anything of interest other than the? Yes, get the fuck over to my manor, please.
Yeah.
If that's possible.
This. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yes. I'll pocket the message.
Mhm.
I'll take out the No, I'll keep them on me. I have like everything in the bag of holding at this point. If I know what's in the bag of holding, I can just think of it and have it out, right? That's how it works. Yeah. I have pretty much all my belongings in the bag of holding at this point.
Okay, chuck them all in there, sure.
So 15. Wait.
That's something bigger than the whole of the bag, but I don't
Yeah.
think
But most of my things are in the bag of holding at this point. And then I'll leave the short bow and the arrows in the manor.
Okay.
I'm just gonna double check what I have on me, so things that I would go over there with. I'll leave the orb.
Okay.
I'll leave all those booked monsters. And the boomstick. The gunpowder. Other than that, I'll I won't really say anything to anyone. I'll after that unless the children try to talk to me, don't say anything specific and just go to start heading towards. I'll make haste.
Make haste.
I won't be rushing over there as fast as possible, but I'll take the fastest route. So it's probably like a cab. It's probably the fastest route, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly.
Can
okay,
I take a speedy cab? How much is
behind.
a speedy cab?
You can try and bribe the driver to
Bribe, Jacko.
Well,
I give him incentive.
they have limits, so roll me persuasion.
By limits, you mean the driver has moral limits or the city has speed limits?
Speed limits.
Damn it. 13.
13. How much are you convince them with?
I'll just give it's normally like 3 silver, right? Or
So
3
normally three
copper.
copper.
2
3
copper.
copper. I'll just I'll give the man like 5 silver and just hold the speed limit. Like go as fast as you're allowed to without getting into trouble.
He nods. All right, it's a little far, but we can do it. And he takes a 5 silver and rushes.
Yeah.
Okay, but
I'll like pat him on the shoulder. Open Lord's Palace, mate. And sit down.
Open Lord's Palace. Yeah. You guys, the rest of
like,
you.
It's pretty much like a straight line,
have a bit of
Most of the way it's a straight line.
a bit of a head start.
Yeah.
But actually, you travel down the high roads, but then take a left. Passing Castle Waterdeep, the massive fortress that you entered before when you interrogated the prisoner Ursula Floxin. But go past it, and on the way you see a singular, very large tower. If anybody wants to know what the tower is, they can try and roll history.
Busy talking.
History, he says.
Biggs, you know.
I
Hey,
win
Biggs, what's that tower?
some. Cheating. Cheat.
That's the tower of the first king of Waterdeep.
It says right here, Agairon's tower.
I see. Interesting.
And behind that comes into view a beautiful white stone palace, smaller than the castle, but you see on along the walls every like 30 meters is a watchtower, and on top of the watchtower is a extremely large flag blowing in the wind, with the banner of the city of Waterdeep on it. The carriage moves through the wide double gates, and you find yourself in front of the steps of the palace. Let me put that on the map so you guys know where it is exactly. I mean, I'm sure you figured it out at this point.
I think I know.
There it is.
It's on the hill. That's not where it's on.
Well, it's not on the hill. It's like
It's what-
next to the hill.
Yeah, it's that little thing.
Yeah, exactly. Wait, was the arrow not? There's the arrow.
There we go.
For a second there, I thought it was this thing. Like,
Oh, and also to show you guys have seen this the griffin walking statue.
Oh yeah. Dude, yeah, that's the time we went up the Mount Waterdeep. I remember that, our second session or something. A lifetime ago.
Remember who was it? Who got slapped by the monk?
Me, of course.
Mac.
Of course, it was. Yeah.
For your insolence.
But I've learned now. Now I have no insolence anymore. The slap is stopped.
It was just a rum talking, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. The guard Hadrian leads you in. The steps. Everything. Every walkway is carpeted, even outside, and it's still kept clean somehow.
Dude,
And,
the carpet has carpet. It's so fancy.
And he leads you down like the wide hallways. You see tapestries, you see paintings of like different moments of history, battles, and kings being crowned, etc. And leads you up to a second floor. Meanwhile, there's people moving about, but nobody pays attention to you with the King's Guard in tow. And he eventually leads you down the end of a hallway into a large. It seems like the size of a ballroom, for example, but on either it's a very rectangular room, and on either side there's a very long table with about 30 chairs next to each of them. On the other side of the room is like a raised steps, raised stone steps, and you see a total of three chairs on top of the steps. Two on either side just seem very simple wooden chairs, and the one in the middle, it's you immediately recognize it as a throne, but it's pretty humble in all things considered. It's also made out of like a dark oak wood, and it's not very. Not a big size you were expecting, maybe. And on in this chair is sitting, the figure that you recognize to be Lyral Silverhand. I'll give you another brief description of what she looks like. She's a humanoid, a female human, but like an ageless face, a silver gray hair. And what you didn't notice then, but notice now, is that she's surrounded by almost like an aura of like a silver hue, like almost pouring out of her skin.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, she seems, but she's bending over and has a face and her head in her hands.
Now, you almost said she has a face in her hands, and that would have been a lot scarier.
I'm improving.
Like, who's though? Okay. I mean, I don't know. What's the protocol here? Do I bow?
Like Adrian looks between you for a moment, and then
Yeah, thank you. God.
Lyral, may I introduce you to the court of Lyral Silverhands, current Open Lord of Waterdeep. And she looks up, kind of lazily almost, and then says with a surprising, normal voice, normal young voice, says, welcome. Please, come in.
I give her like a bow and walk forward.
I guess I do like a forced grey salute. That seems like, reasonable in the situation, given the pretense under which we're here. And, yeah.
She recognizes it.
Approach.
But...
Hail Hydra.
Poor guy's gone, though. Uh-oh.
And you see...
it's like off stealing the silverware somewhere. Like
the inside of this courtroom or whatever the space.
Courtroom? I don't like that insinuation.
Courtroom. Yeah, no, not courtroom. You're not.
She bangs her gavel.
I wanted to imagine being a judge instead.
They've strapped you in this case. Defend yourself. No.
Brings up the witness, man. Soon.
No.
You see in the back corner you see a guard, and next to the open double doors where once you walk in, you see more.
Take him.
See more guards and dressed in the armor of the throne of the Lord's Alliance. And
if I was my control, this would be the perfect time to just attempt an assassination.
And you stand up. By the way, I should do this because I don't believe we have yet. If you want to roll history on Lyral Silverhand, you can.
Oh, of course.
She's pretty famous.
Why is the society this? Why is this fucking history? It's not on the goddamn past.
I'll let you roll with.
It is in the past.
Or something. I'll let you roll with charisma.
It's not in the distant past, but it was at least yesterday. So like...
charisma. That's what I like to hear.
It's a +2 compared to your history.
+3. +3 more.
Society. Oh wow, you fucking know all about her.
Mama.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. So all of you know that Lyral Silverhand is one of the most famous people in Faerun. She has lived an incredibly long life, but only has recently settled down in Waterdeep, reluctantly to serve as the Open Lord after the vacancy of the position.
How are you talking, Jacko? You say a long time, like elf long or like a?
Yeah, Max and Raven.
Okay.
You know that she has lived for hundreds of years, at least over 500. And
Fancy.
For how long has she been Open Lord?
She has been an Open Lord since the expulsion of Dagold Neverember from the city. So about a few months.
But has she been a member of Waterdeep like her whole life?
She
she's an ability.
in and out of Waterdeep. No, she's not technically nobility of the city.
How'd she end up in? How'd she get this job then?
Yeah, is it voted? Is it how do you become?
The mass lords vote for the Open Lords. And she was unanimously chosen.
She accepted.
And you guys know this because she's seen as the paragon of virtue, pretty much amongst mortals. Even though she has lived an incredible long life. But Max, you have heard the whispers across the courts that the reason that she has lived such an incredible life and has these strange and fantastical powers, such as this strange glow that she's emitting, is that she's in fact a demigod.
And she eats children.
She was a demigod of Mystra, specifically.
Mystra, the god of magic, you say?
I know, I recognize that campaign.
The one who's dead at the moment.
So now she is the god. Okay, so I think demigod. Huh? Pretty cool, pretty cool. Okay, I decide I cannot take her.
If we'd had a long rest, though.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah, as you guys are walking
actually,
into the,
5e bounded accuracy.
as you guys walk into the throne room, she stands up and starts moving towards the right side of the room and says, "Please join me over here." And she starts sitting down at the head of one of the long tables.
Yeah.
I look at Max, and at any sign that he's about to try and sit at the other end of the long table, I like forcibly grab him and steer him towards one of the like more respectable choices of chair.
Damn it! I go to the phone. No. I mean, this person I can't fuck with, but they're my boss. They're everyone's boss.
It's true, they are everyone's boss.
That's one way to look at it. Yeah.
Everyone's boss. I am polite and sit appropriate distance away.
Yep.
I don't like scooch my chair next to her and be like.
Okay, so how many hours away are we talking?
We sit at the 3 closest chairs, guys.
Oh, you can't do that. What?
Yeah.
So the closest chair would be like at the corner of the table.
This is the table, okay, and she's like here, right?
Oh god.
Yeah. What's happening?
Yeah.
Right. Oh god.
So like that's it, right? She's up there.
We're like here. And
that's
here.
very close.
Yeah.
I'm like there. No.
Yeah, okay, that's the 3 of us, though. I don't know. My dark green doesn't show up so well, but that's what the 3 of us are. Okay.
More nice, real close.
You head up. She doesn't appear to be taking offense to your choice of chair. Yeah, and says, "Aren't there supposed to be 4 of you?"
Yes, I'm afraid one of our compatriots, Jet, was not at the manor when the summons came, but I left a message and he should hopefully be here as soon as possible.
I see. I sent a message with the most haste I could muster, considering what has occurred.
Biggs did a great job. No worries about that.
It's unfortunate that you couldn't all gather here, for I wish to know everyone's perspective. See, the
Jet
trouble
just
I'm
agrees with us.
facing here is that, am I correct in saying that some, if not all of you, are in employ of Blackstaff Tower? Are you Grey Hands, as they call it?
Yes, myself and Raven here.
I'm not.
Mordai's of more dubious associates, and Jet is loyal to his pagoda temple.
Yeah, he's a religious man.
Well, let me first ask you then, and she faces you, Mordai. What has been your reasoning in meddling? Well, meddling is such a overemphasized word. What is your reason for your activities in the past few weeks? Everything that has occurred with both the gangs known as the Xanathar and the Zentrim. What is your stake?
Yeah, I'm actually curious how Mordai answers this as well. I turned to him like, yeah, Mordai, what is your stake in all this?
Good question. Can't wait till Jet's here and we get a hit here answer.
I mean, just kind of I like going along with going with the flow, as they say. Seemed interesting, and I perhaps, well, who doesn't want power, right?
I look at Raven, I'm like, I give him a look that says, you better have a better answer than that.
I just shake my head very slowly.
Well, a lot of the things I kind of just went along. I'm not the kind to pay too much attention to things, just kind of like that fun.
Wait, I'm definitely on the side next to Raven. I scoot further away from Mordai. You scoot out of my head. There we go.
Would you consider yourself a mercenary?
In some way, I guess. But totally.
An
I
adventure.
I don't consider myself to be easily bought.
I think back a few hours. Mind wanders.
She says, an adventurer then?
Yeah, sure.
I see. I've been one myself so long ago. It is exciting, not being in the know of things. Now, for the two of you, considering you are under the direct authorization of Varja Safar, I assume that she has been leading the whole endeavor.
Kind of look to Wave. I'm kind of like, I mean, I certainly do whatever I'm ordered to do by her, as she is my boss after all. But during our own free time, I have been, I guess, following up some of the avenues she does not send us down.
That's a fair summation. We've
Could you repeat
been.
the second part of your sentence, sorry?
I do in my spare time investigate some avenues that she does not send us down.
Okay, yeah.
I say that's a fair summation. We report to the Black Staff, but she does not direct all of our activities.
I'm very glad to hear it. For you see, any official business of Force Grey is not allowed within the city limits. Has she ever told you this?
Nope.
Has she ever told us that? Ah, never. She never filled us in.
Wait, but they're an official organization, right?
Indeed.
But they're not allowed to actually do anything.
No, you must understand that it's a steady balance to keep to both run a city filled with politicians and adventurers and guild masters, all wanting different things.
Out of interest,
organization such as the Force Grey, filled with perhaps one of the most powerful groups of people in the entire world. It requires limits.
out of interest, Open Lord, in your estimation, and I appreciate that you have a stake in overestimating the limits of the city and therefore the bounds of your own power, is the hideout of the Xanathar Guild beneath your streets within the limits of the city?
I sit away. I move my seat away from Raven. I saw the edge on the other side of the table ever so slowly.
Somehow he knows which direction Jed is in, and just fuck.
Yeah, as Max is kind of siding away, I shrug and I say, I merely want to understand how exactly, or to what extent exactly you consider us to have overstepped our bounds.
The Xanathar base that we know to be near Skullports in the Undermountain, well, we are certainly aware of it. No, this is not within our walls.
So the destruction of the Beholder therein was not an overextension of the remit of Force Grey?
Not necessarily. However, I am aware of your actions deep down below, and I must admit I've grown a bit frustrated with the consequences of them.
Well, I'm terribly sorry to hear that, but those consequences are for you to deal with, not us. And if you have any authority over us you want to exercise to ensure that you don't face those consequences again, you're of course free to do so, but I haven't heard a direct order yet.
I sidle further away.
You're a very bold one.
Out of the AoE spell, Jacko.
I glance up on my health bar again.
She doesn't appear to take any actions, but you see the silver hair, almost like not Medusa-like, but it starts floating a little bit.
Okay, yeah, I kind of mull over my personal situation again.
I'm not sure if it's done that already, and you just haven't.
Sure.
Noticed. Yeah, it's in that moment you recognize.
I say, Gotta push your own luck, because no one else will push it for you.
I slap his ass. No, I don't. It's pushing his little something. No, I don't. I'm sure what Raven is getting at is that we'd love to help you, but we're unsure exactly what you want from us.
That is fair. Let me explain to you what I want from you, so that we both may go on with our business as efficiently as possible. She kind of rolls her eyes.
Sounds perfect.
That sentence. Well, are you aware of the history between myself and the previous Lord, Dagal Neverhammer?
Must have. I ordered 26. But apparently
yeah, you know at least from the. I'll type it to you real quick.
Oh, baby, I know what happened in the bedrooms.
Yeah, like what? Unless Max says something
I
immediately.
know, I'm thinking. I might say, give me a.
He's thinking.
There's a side taking a while to type.
That's.
I've heard that we weren't exactly in his good graces after the change of power.
We're broadly aware of the corrupt circumstances under which he was supplanted from his position.
I'm glad to hear it. There's still many in the city that refuse to believe such tales. Indeed, I was summoned here to fix some of the issues left by my predecessor. Now, it was my theory that when he departed, he brought along any possessions that he wished, including, of course, the large sum of treasure that he had amassed in taking them from the funds of Waterdeep. However, it certainly seems to be getting clearer and clearer that that was not the case.
Mm-hmm.
What can you tell me about Neverhammer's vaults?
It exists, if that's what
Yeah.
you're asking.
Well,
A lot of people are looking for it.
I kind of found like, surely you're aware of most of it.
You must understand, although I have specific talents, I am not familiar with the history of this city or its secrets yet. There are many, including this famed vault.
Well, a lot of people are looking for it. We seem to have met most of them. They all seem to have a different goal in mind with the treasure that lies therein. But it's not so easy to find. You won't stumble across it wandering around the sewers or tunnels beneath the city. It's certainly disguised away by magical and perhaps even more mysterious means.
She thinks over your answer for a bit. In the meantime, Jet, you have racing through the city. Yeah. You oh wait, let me actually change the music because you're still in the Trollskull Manor.
I assume she had the same orchestra.
Yeah, kind of the same vibe. You have come upon the front of the palace. And you raise your way inwards. You still have the ladder, right? That was
Yeah, I kept the ladder.
Okay, so yeah, you go around, assuming asking, where you should be, where you are summoned, and you're pointed towards the second floor, towards the throne room. I'll say at this point you guys, the rest of you, see Jets rush past the guards.
There he is.
I'll respectfully walk in. I don't rush in.
Oh, there he is, running past the guards. I shake my head.
I'll of course I immediately
Come invisible.
How the hell do you pronounce her name again?
Lyral
Oh,
Silverhand?
You mispronounced her
Lyral?
name.
Lyral, maybe? I don't know.
Lyral?
Lizzie!
Open.
What up, Liz?
Yeah. Open Lord, apologies for my tardiness. I was not present when the summons arrived.
Greetings. It's quite okay. The conversation so far has been illuminating. And she points over towards another chair at the table.
Yeah, I'll
Join
think some
Mordai
more
over there. Yeah, exactly.
What I
Evil
think
heart.
I'll join.
The pentagram is complete.
Oh.
Asmodeus beckons.
That's a
And
pentagram,
she returns back to between you, Max, and Raven, and says, "And Vajra, has she made any decisions, or has she made any requests to do once you find the vaults?"
No, I don't think she really thinks we'll find it. No, that's
Forgive me, Open Lord, but despite your assertions about the relationship between Force Grey and the city, they do reside here. Surely you have the power to speak with Vajra Safar and ask her these questions yourself whenever you wish. Well, what do you expect that she might be keeping from you? Well, then you know what she's ordered us to do, unless you think she
Make no
lied.
mistake, I wouldn't ask these questions from just any member of the tower. I asked these specifically to you because you have been so involved with the ongoings surrounding the vaults.
Well, in that case, if you want my honest assessment, and I'm sure Max will agree here, of all the various powerful individuals we've had the pleasure and displeasure of meeting over the last couple of weeks, Vajra Safar seems to be one of the least interested in the location of Daggle Neverember's treasure.
Mert was less interested.
Oh, it didn't count him.
Exactly. So less interested.
No, I mean, I didn't count him as like a powerful individual.
This guy really fucked up your life.
The amount of shade, like.
We saw, dude, he was like fighting Jalaxor, remember?
Yeah, with like 8 of us.
Yeah, but we did nothing.
Speak for yourself.
I was speaking for you.
The point is, between Manshoon, the Beholder, Jarl Axel Bainray, the drow captain of the boat that you may, or you probably are aware of if you've, paid half as much attention as you claim to have. They all seem to have...
Yeah, look at me. Like, that is Jarl Axel Raven, the drow captain.
That's what I said.
Oh.
I said Jarl Axel, and then I said Jarl Axel, the drow captain of the... Stop interrupting, Max.
You did a comma.
Jarl Axel, the drow captain of the boat, who, if you've been paying half as much attention as you claim to have, I'm sure you're aware who he is. Between the 3 of them, all of them have been much more invested in the finding and have much clearer goals than Vajra has revealed to us, and we're working for her. So, make of that what you will. She hasn't, and as I recall, she hasn't directly asked us to reveal any of our knowledge about where it might be, or...
I believe she asked us about it once.
Right? She asked, she asked a bit of what we know, but she didn't specifically ask about certain things we might have discovered. I think we revealed some of it to her voluntarily, but overall she's been relatively aloof, I think.
Yeah.
I see. I'm glad to hear that the child hasn't grown too independent. She has much to learn. Don't fret too much, however.
I wasn't.
She is quite capable. I'm sure she will return to us soon. And she gives you like an affirming nod as trying to like reassure you. Now, concerning all these interested factions that you speak of, they are all after this money, I'm sure. But you realize that it is city property. Once it is found, it should go back to our treasury so that we may spend it, of course, with as much capability and wisdom as we can muster. That is always a goal of mine. but that is non-negotiable.
Like a little finder's fee, right?
Roll me persuasion check.
Yeah, baby. I'm sure. How many? There's loads of people in this room, mate. I get my bonus. You'll love to see it.
I don't particularly. Oh, you mean like you're okay? Yeah, yeah. I'm
Oh, it's
sorry.
only
I'm not
performance, not
assisting.
Persuasion.
Yeah.
Performing acrobatics, like performing persuasion. Persuasion, you say?
Look, I can do this
24.
handstand.
Little finders.
It is undeniable that your actions, however controversial they might be, without them, things would still remain in a cloud of mystery. So for that, and should you find the vault and ensure the contents to be returned to the city, of course with our aid, then yes, we will... you will receive a finder's fee of 50,000 gold pieces.
I mean, it's not a terrible offer, Open Lord. But if I may continue to speak bluntly, since I think that is why you brought us here.
I'll let you continue to speak bluntly up to the point of treason.
Possession is, as they say, 9/10 of the law. You say that the treasure in the vault belongs to the city, but what belongs to the city is precisely what you yourself can enforce ownership over, and no further. You have, given your position of power, no doubt, many servants and sycophants of great capabilities, probably capabilities even beyond us, that you are, and I assume have, exercised your liberty to instruct to find the vault for you. Thus far, they have apparently all failed, and you've heard rumours that we've had some success, more perhaps success than many others have had, which is why you've brought us here in an attempt to circumvent whatever loyalties we might have, and, as I can see, instruct us to now be loyal to you.
Jacko, the gold, as far we know, is something Raynar stole from the city, right? Like, basically.
The story is that, no, not Raynar, Daggold, did embezzle, mostly during the War of Tiamat, into his personal fund, and that has now disappeared.
So, when Raven's, ownership's, 9 times the law, but, it's not actually right. In my mind, it's, it actually is, the cities.
They are, probably, marked coins of Waterdeep, but yeah, there is, a certain case to be made. If it's not in the vault of the city, then,
Yeah, there's a case to be made, but, if it...
Yeah, well, yeah, the argument I'm making it isn't that they don't have a legal claim on it, it's that they don't actually have it, and therefore, to what extent they can lay claim to it.
Then they would have a legal claim on it.
Hypothetically, yeah, but, the point is, at that point, it's up to them to try and enforce... it's only to what extent they can take it from us, and I imagine with that money we could afford a pretty big army. But I don't say this out loud. This is more my
That might be treason.
This is more But no, my point. I continue with the point that the possession is 9/10 of the law. That we don't directly work for you, and that you're bringing us here because you suspect that we're the people closest to finding it, and that you're trying to
your offer.
directly.
She kind of looks at you, Max, and says, "That seems quite different from what your companion here is telling me."
I kind of shrugs, well, I mean, to be honest, it's been a busy few weeks, and if I could get out of this with my life and not have Waterdeep after me and have 50,000 gold, it's kind of hard for me to say no to that.
The point I was making my way towards before Max over here lost his nerve and interrupted is that I'm not really in it for the money. I desire two things. Above all, knowledge, specifically knowledge that few or no one else has, and to improve my own power, both magical and otherwise. Now, you can buy a fair amount of that with 50,000 gold, But that's not really the reason I was ever after the vault. I have no particular more use for 50,000 gold than I do for the millions or whatever might have been in there. No, if you wish to buy my loyalty, which is, if I'm not mistaken, what it seems you're trying to do here, then I'm sure there is something more interesting you could offer. Position, perhaps, or access to knowledge and places within the city that are hidden from most.
Interesting indeed. Well, let me first stress upon you that the matter of the situation is that there are many parties looking for the vaults. Many of them, I would say, nefarious. This drow salesman, we know Jarlaxle quite well. Political leader of this city of Luskan. City of crime, finagling their way into the Lord's Alliance. It's unacceptable. But should he receive this sum, unavoidable. Now, I have just recently, and she kind of stresses the word, heard of the possible re-emergence of Manchun. I've had personal dealings with this man. And I would say his goals are similar to yours, Raven. Except he is quite further along that path. And I would hope is more willing to destroy people in his way. If he were to gain access to this vault, and let alone the coin, the other treasures within it, who could say what he could do to the city and its inhabitants? I would call upon your humanity and see that giving back the treasury to the city to be used legally and well would be the best choice. But I also agree with you, if your interest is not in coin, there will be other opportunities. I would have to think upon them, but...
Kind of glance between my party members to see if anyone else has anything like immediately to add. And I'll say, well, I speak for myself, but knowing my compatriots, I'm sure will be some degree of agreement here that of all the people we've met so far that seem to be after this treasure, those I listed earlier, I think you as the open lord of the city, and someone who obviously for that reason we have, reason to be on the good side of, certainly top of the list of people I wouldn't mind having access to it, below only ourselves, and as I said, if I can find power beyond what the coin would grant, I have little enough interest in it. So I don't know, whatever point you're trying to make, I'll say that if we gain access to it, we would look very favourably upon your request that it be returned to the city in exchange for making our dreams come true, I suppose, in ways that gold cannot, but power can.
Message received. Let me also impart on you the practicality of the matter. You alone, capable as you are, will not be able to hold against these forces also chasing after the vault. If they have the ability to track you, if you are the party first to come upon the contents, you will not succeed without aid, and that I can ensure. I have control over both the city armies and personnel that could be of great help to you.
I'm like, look, could I talk to Raven and maybe the others privately just for a second? I mean, I know you probably could hear even if we're outside of the room, but the pretend privacy.
Of course, but please do not tally.
Okay, so I kind of just stand up and gesture the others come over.
Okay, yeah, I'll just sidle over.
I'm like, look, all right, sure, like you want great power. I don't
Okay,
really
do
know
you actually exit the throne room and into the hallway, or?
Yeah, sure. Like if it's close,
sure.
I do that. Yeah.
Were there a couple of guards standing outside? Because you want to be an air shot of them. Like maybe a
The
corner
guards
of...
are inside,
okay,
next
cool.
to the doors. So if you go into the
Go
hallway
shut
a
the
little
door,
bit,
yeah.
like
I'm like, look, so yeah, I think you want power, even I don't really know what the other two of you fuckers are doing in your lives. But look, and I know it's like, oh, except 50,000 gold. But to be honest, man, like, have you seen the fucking past week? Like people are dying, dude. I'm kind of done with this shit. Like if she gives us a fucking army, we just like fucking like can get the Eye of Jackson, we can go down to where it is and just fucking open it. I can be out of this shit with 50,000 gold in my fucking life. You're damn right, I'm gonna do that.
I think you're underestimating the severity of this task, Max. If an army could find the vault that easily, if all it took
I'm not
was...
talking about the army finding a vault. I'm talking about an army to watch my back.
The point is, if all it took was the flexing of that much manpower to ensure that this were an easy task, someone would have done it by
But
now.
I'm not talking about the task of finding it. I'm talking about the task of not letting me die while I'm finding it.
Yeah.
Like,
The point still stands. It's...
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. There's going to be threats here that an army is unable to protect us from, however much you think
I
that
think it'll
having
protect
10,000
us.
people...
What do you mean? But Black Sabbath just came and fucking saved our life. Now, we need people like that protecting us.
We do? And if we accept the... If we ally ourselves more closely to the Open Lord there, we will by necessity be allying ourselves further from the Black Staff. I know you have no trouble with allying yourself to literally every organization that happens to float past, but sooner or later one of them is going to require your loyalty to take supersedence over the others.
Yeah, but this one is like actually in charge. This one has like a law where they could just get us fucking executed if they wanted to. This one has a law where they could, right? Like, I mean, not legally, but they, if they wanted to like trump up a charge and execute it, and fucking,
If
like,
Manshoon
really
or Jarlaxle or Vajra, for that matter, particularly wanted us dead, it wouldn't really be much more effort for them to exercise that than it would be for the Open Lord. I agree, she is possibly one of the most powerful individuals in the city,
she's
but
more powerful than them, man.
In terms of her direct legal authority, perhaps.
No, in terms of her fucking power. She's like a demigod, man.
Past a certain point, it matters little. You saw what happened to Althalos today. You saw it more closely than I did.
Yeah, and you're gonna get brought back to life if there's someone's powerful enough to do it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. But I'd rather be in the service.
And who's the only person we know that's bringing people back to life at the moment?
I kind of struggle. Like Vajra, sure, but that doesn't mean she's the only one who can do it.
No, it doesn't.
Doesn't mean she'd do it for me.
Neither does it mean that, but nevertheless, lying yourself further from her. Look, this argument could go in circles all day. I don't disagree that this is an attractive offer. Personally, I don't like the Open Lord, but barring Vajra, who I'm still pretty sure hasn't... I don't like the Open Lord because she thinks she can buy us with gold.
She can buy me with gold. I'm okay with that, though.
Yeah. My point is that barring Vajra, who I still think, if she has a serious intent to make use of the contents of the vault, is keeping those cards pretty close to her chest. The Open Lord does. I was honest with her. She does top my list of the people. I'd much rather she had it than Manshoon or Jarlaxle. And if she desperately wants it, then I don't disagree that we should potentially, that she's the person that we should ensure gets it at the end of the day. But I still think that if Vajra orders me to bring it to her rather than the Open Lord, then that's where my loyalty lies. I put it there.
But what's your plan? Like you say, like we're like doing something they can't, but like you think we're just gonna. Alright, so like without backup, we're gonna go down to where the vault is, and Jarlaxle's gonna be there, and he's gonna kill us. Like what do you do in that situation?
If we're going down to where the vault is, I'm assuming Vajra would have, made her play by that point. She might even come with us. I'd rather have Vajra with me than any army that the Open Lord could send.
Yeah, but I'd rather have her with us than Vajra.
Okay, well, if the expectation is that the Open Lord is going to come and knock on the door of this vault with us, then maybe you're right. Somehow I don't see that happening.
I kind of shrug, but what I mean is okay, but then you say Vajra's coming with us. So what's happened with Jarlaxle at that point? Is Jarlaxle also there? Like, paint me a picture of how this goes down.
I have no idea. I don't even know how the vault is found. I don't even know if we can all go there. It might be that once we find the 3 stones of galore and put them in the eye, in the eyes of galore and the stone.
Tonight we're meeting with all the eyes and the stone. We can't just go there without like what if we
don't even know under what capacity we can go there.
But that's what I mean. But like, okay, so tonight when we're meeting Jarlaxle in, is Vajra there in your mind? Have we gone and got her and she's there with us?
When we meet Jarlaxle in the inn tonight?
Jarlaxle's coming to the inn tonight where we're going to meet with all the objects. And who's going to be there with us?
Nobody, as far as I know.
So Jarlaxle's there. What happens if like he knows where it is and he's just like, oh, follow us? Then we're just stuck with Jarlaxle and we're just dead, right?
Oh, of course we're not going with Jarlaxle tonight.
But then he'll just kill us for the old objects if we're there with him.
That's why 3 of us have objects and none of us know where the object is. And then he'll just capture all of us
and torture us all over the weeks.
I don't think he'll capture all of us.
Why not?
Because if he could capture all of us, he would have done it while we were taking a taxi here.
He was using us to get the... Oh, I mean, sure, but he...
Why would he wait until tonight?
Because
he doesn't consider it. He doesn't consider it that easy of an option. Jarlaxle's greed would have caused him to move by now, if he actually had the ability to simply take all 3 pieces of the puzzle that we have, and have no further need of us. That's not true.
So what's going to happen tonight when we meet him?
What's going to happen tonight? We'll probably reach a further agreement. If I know Jarlaxle, there'll be a hell of a lot of beating around the bush, and we'll agree at a certain point, probably tomorrow, when our powers are... I kind of like look at my hand and how little magic is like it was running through my fingers. Like, our powers are more replenished. We'll go to the vault, and in the intervening time, we'll have all sorts of opportunities to plan whatever moves we have.
Like, okay, he sees a week, okay, and he's like, oh, okay, right now we're gonna go to the vault
tonight.
Yeah,
then we'll tell him no.
I don't think we can just say no to him.
I'll just go back to the temple without the lost eye. He won't have a choice.
He knows where the temple is.
Precisely.
You come to the temple and kill the people in the temple. Like you think the people in the temple are stronger than Jarlaxle.
I wouldn't bet on that, chat. I wouldn't bet on that.
I would believe it would usher too much of a risk for him.
Look, Jarlaxle got beaten down by what? The 4 of us, a
it.
bear, and a fat man.
But then
and he had an ally.
If we're not scared, then if you're saying
I'm not saying we're not scared. I'm not saying we're not scared of Jarlaxle. I'm just saying you're overestimating his reach.
Well, then why don't we just ask the person for help and then have an army come, and then when he meets us tonight, we just like fucking get him and then torture him for information on when the eye is.
Because Jarlaxle isn't that stupid.
So you're saying he's too clever to like risk it, but you're saying he's going to meet us. If he's going to meet us tonight, she's got. I guarantee you, she probably has the power to like. She has that much power, man.
Then let's go make a deal with her. If you think it's that easy.
Okay, I go in. I like walk back in through the door.
Okay.
Okay.
The rest of you follow?
Yeah.
Before we actually enter, I'll say I'll have no worry of giving back what is legally theirs. But outside of that,
50k finder's fee.
Okay, yeah, so you find her at the same table. She had her eyes closed, but as you re-enter, she takes notice and regards you as you come back close. Do you sit down? Or?
Yeah, I'm like, were you listening to that? It would save us some time.
I was not. I do have some respect for privacy left, even.
That's annoying. Okay, so I mean, in the end, it comes down to it, like, there's some powerful figures involved here. We have Vajra, we have Jarlaxle, we have all these kinds. Like, you say you can provide us assistance. What level of assistance are we talking?
Oh, come now, Max. We're being explicit. Tell her exactly what's happening.
Am I not?
Jarlaxle Bainra, I turn to the open order at this point. Jarlaxle Bainra is coming to our establishment tonight with what we believe to be the final piece of the puzzle that will cause the vault to be, in some manner, revealed to any who wish to find it. Max's suggestion is that you exercise your power, whether that be through force of arms or through, less explicit arcane or divine means, to assist us in capturing him and through some manner forcing him to yield to us this last piece of the puzzle. could you be explicit with us as to how exactly you would see such a confrontation going down? Do you think it would be possible?
She's like hesitating on how to actually answer this, and says, Jalexel Bane specifically is a bit of a thorn in the side of Waterdeep. However much I would wish to join you and squash the bug, so to say, I am unable. He has power protecting him, not from himself necessarily, but from powers outside. If I engage with him without concrete evidence of his crimes against the city, I will risk open war. Now, the Sword Coast has had many wars, and I wish to prevent another. If there is solid evidence of the location of the vaults, and you wish protection in finding it, I can certainly send you an escort of good men to travel with you to this place. Ensure it is in fact there, and once it has been found, use the power that the city has to safely retrieve the contents of said vaults. That is what I can promise.
But wait, Jack, am I wrong in my message?
In your message? I have not.
Because I feel like we got some kind of message like that.
Yeah.
Is it about like the location?
That is exactly what it's about.
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah, so it doesn't have to be secret necessarily. You heard that the Castellanters were interested in something called the Brandath Crypt, and that they hired the cults, the devil cults, to divine out where it was.
And I thought they even did that, right? Or no? No, they didn't.
But you pinged the location.
Yeah, you know.
Showed us the location.
You know
where they
is in the City of the Dead.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you. Yes.
So I'm like, okay, so hypothetically, what if we did have at least a good idea where we believe the vault is?
Well, that would be very good news.
Okay, but like this is what I mean. Like we're in the end game. We think we know where the vault is. We have.
I am catching up on all the events and news surrounding the vaults. Jarlaxle, the Xanathars, the Xantharim. How closely are they tracking your every movement? How much do you feel in danger?
Shrug and like, I mean, none of like there was one time we got in a carriage and then they tried to like kill us in the carriage, right? But apart
that was the same day they assaulted the entire city. It was also the same day that we went down to the Xanathar's Guild hideout and killed the Beholder Xanathar. So I think it's safe to say the Xanathar's Guild is in some degree of disarray. They may be continuing their surveillance and knowledge of our goings on. We know that there's at least one Illithid still down there who holds sway and is in some position of power, but I think it's fair to say that their ability to exert their authority has been severely curtailed. As far as Jarlaxle is, let's deal with him last. I think he's the most complicated.
Yeah.
The Gentarim, we travelled to Kolat Towers today. Yes, it was still today. Dealt with most of the Gentarim forces there. Engaged, perhaps unwisely, Manshun in his extra-dimensional space. And as far as I know, and I believe you're aware of this given comments you made earlier, Vajra Safar is still there doing battle with him. Jarlaxle is more interesting. We've certainly engaged with many of his operatives over the breadth and width of the city, sometimes in more hostile situations than others. But we've also met with him directly, exchanged friendly words, and have at least a spoken agreement that I am certain he has no intention of keeping, that we would help him get his hands on the treasure in the vault. At this point, I think it's reasonable to be clear that my preference that you should have it, even if it really is only a preference, not a strong desire, over Jarl Axel is absolute. I would give it to you in a heartbeat rather than let it slip into his hands, if only because he's tried to kill us and deceive us one time too many.
I see. Well, I'm very glad to hear that answer, at least.
Okay, but like in terms of
Now,
like if
the
they're,
thing
like,
that is eluding me,
Hmm?
you sit here in front of me after having done all these things, after having made these enemies. Yet you seem hurt, yes, but not broken. There must be some reason that they have allowed you to go get this far.
yeah, we're good at what we do, you know.
For the same reason that you waited until today to bring us in, I suppose. If any of them... you spoke of your inability to directly target Jarl Axel and his enterprise. I assume that most of the powerful people searching for the vault have similar reasons that they are unable to interfere directly with each other. We are, frankly, nobodies. We are
born
gaining
in the
and
game of
powerful, yeah, but we run an inn. And
Open tonight, 6 p.m.
I would say, as a result of our lack of specific allegiances, yes, Grey Hands, Gentarim, some weird pagoda,
Harper's.
Yeah, we have specific loyalties, but we are, in the end of it, in it for ourselves. And I imagine that they have, similar motivations to you. Everyone wants to see how close we get, or if in fact we find it on our own, without them having to worry about the politics of engaging with other powerful individuals. And then they want to swoop in at the last second and take it for themselves.
But if you could sweep in and save me at the last second, I would.
I am quite good at that. All right, yes. I can promise you concrete aid. There will be... The catch is there will be more eyes on you than there were before. If I use the tools available to me and, for example, assign men of the City Watch to your protection, then it will be noticed. Your link to the government will be noticed. Measures might be taken if it is seen as a sign. So I will leave that up to you. But note that if you do promise to aid the city in regaining the treasure, then yes, I will aid you in whatever way the city and I can. Should that be immediate or more subtle? But and she kind of leans in and says, my position means there are restraints. There are many people in my immediate vicinity that, for better or for worse, have their own wishes and goals and thoughts about how things should be run. So, I am bound.
Well, any immediate action will probably make your Axel crawl back into his hole. So any open action, at least for tonight, would be for the worse, most likely.
Yes, and unfortunately, I cannot accompany you tonight. I have already chided Vajra for her impatience in this matter. Her escalations only made matters worse.
Do you ever consider there's a slight problem though when one side is willing to escalate it, but the other isn't?
Of course, it's the eternal struggle. But we must persevere.
But I mean, Jarl Axel doesn't mind getting his hands dirty. So how are we exactly meant to stop him ourselves? Even if you're saying we can't have immediate action velocity, then he'll know. So we can't.
Even Jarl Axel has restraints. I know he seems to act chaotically and without thought for the consequences, but any action he takes that would permanently disbar Luskan from membership in the Lord Alliance, regardless of how much money he might lay his hands on, would be against his goals.
No action. He could do whatever he wants to us, and I don't think that will be an action that counts. Like, it's true, he obviously couldn't,
That's true.
Like, blowing up Waterdeep with his own face in the spotlight, but he could kill us in our inn and no one would give a shit.
Normally, although I detest to say it, you might have a point. However, you have a similar spotlight on you. People know of you. There are protections in place, both by the tower and by law.
I mean, that hasn't stopped them trying to kill us multiple times so far.
Might have stopped them from succeeding, though.
So we're just meant to hope that there's some, reason Jarl Axel isn't going to kill us and, just put...
Well, you have managed to outwit him so far. Is there any chance you could...
Yes, I believe we can make it through the meeting with Jarl Axel tonight. With our necks, at least.
Under the impression that you do not wish to ally with him. So I will ask you once more, just to be sure. I should phrase this the following. Is there a chance you align yourself with the Drow captain?
A chance? Like 0.001%?
No.
Willingly.
I think it is certain that whatever offer Jarl Axel might have made to us, he at the very least intends to betray us in the long run. I believe we planned similarly to betray him from the very start, and I'm sure it's a fact that he's completely aware of. No, the likelihood that we end up in an actual alliance with mutual end goals and no intention to hurt each other with the Drow is, I would say, effectively zero.
Effectively zero. Yeah. Let's not say zero, but effectively zero, I agree with.
All right.
As for a particular alliance to you, well, you made us a very tantalizing offer. You said that if and when we have the ability to access knowledge of the location of and the intent to go to the vault, that you would send, how did you phrase it, several good men. You might have even specified more than several. And, it's certainly promising. But given that there's no immediate offer of help right now, then I guess my point is there's no immediate necessity for us to agree right now.
Do you wish to have defenses for this meeting tonight?
No, like you said, it would only complicate things, and I agree with you there. But that's my point. While you are limited in your ability to help us right now, it really isn't in our interest to agree to serve you right now. If you catch my meaning.
Defenses for us tonight, maybe. I'm feeling not great. If you can make me feel good, then I'd be a lot.
Sorry.
There's no amount of feel good that's going to protect us from Jarl Axel tonight. I think if we're to outwit him, it's going to have to be.
If you could, help me recover some of the magic I felt I lost earlier, then it would help with the meeting tonight.
It's okay. Max is correct. We are severely drained of power after our confrontation with Manchun earlier. But I think that it's still going to be up to us to outwit Jarl Axel and keep him from having the confidence to reach for his goal.
Yeah, but I wouldn't.
Well, the powers granted by me allow me to aid in situations like these. But for one of you.
I mean, I'll agree to the fucking, I already agreed to the contract. If you want me to help you out later, I'll agree to do it now.
She kind of looks over the group, gives you a nod, Max, and stands up and walks over to you and says, if you do not mind, extend your hand. Okay. She takes it and immediately you feel the flow of energy enter your body, and the rest of you see the silver aura around her coalesce in her hand and then shoot inside of Max's body, and her hair, as it was floating, like drops back to her the natural position, and Max, you receive the benefits of a long rest. You suddenly feel invigorated again and rested.
I'm like, wow, I didn't think it would be quite so effective. All right. I mean, I kind of already said I'd agree to contract earlier, but sure. Yeah, I mean, definitely agree now. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I agree with the others. Get through tonight, and I guess I'll come contact you.
And perhaps I should be content with the conclusions that we have reached in this particular talk. It will be easier if Fajar would sit beside us.
Yeah, we get her on this as well. Whole gang.
I'm just gonna do a history check for her. No, I know
That's
nothing.
a discussion that would have to take place between yourself and the Blackstaff Open Lord.
You don't really need to be there for that.
If you were to convince her that or if you were to agree with her to bend your resources and underlings towards a similar goal, it would certainly make matters a lot more simple for at least myself.
Although she doesn't have many equals, I, fortunately, do have authorization over her.
Well, much like
Have
possession...
conversations as soon as she returns.
Yeah, actually I won't suggest what I was about to suggest. Well...
Right.
Can't wait to hear the outcome of those conversations.
Yeah, well, should we come back tomorrow and let you know? Or, I mean, is there an easy way for us to contact you? Like, faster than you're traveling across half the city? Like,
I have paper birds in my possession. We can
that's kind of fast, but you can also see those. So, you can't do, like, another little magic spell. It means, like,
If you wish, in every barracks there are lines of communication that are faster than...
I kind of remember, like, what if Jarl Axel's like, okay, you're not out of my sight anymore, let's go. And, just hypothetically, there's any way for you to know that. Is there any way you could
Not that I know of
me and I can,
right now. Perhaps
okay.
You mentioned the Harpers. I am familiar with them. They have many ways of secrecy and the spreading of information. They would be specialized in this matter.
They would be special. I guess that's true.
Regardless of what Jarl Axel says and threatens, we're going to have to figure out concrete ways to keep him in check tonight. Whether that's for not all of us to be present, for certain pieces of the puzzle to be hidden in distant locations. I mean, there's something must be done to prevent him from taking such drastic action as that. I believe we can do it. We can talk our way through this situation. He won't simply be in a position to say, not out of my sight between now and the time we find the vault. He is powerful. He could probably kill us, but at the same time, we can, if we play it smartly, we can prevent him from achieving his goals so easily.
If I can
have so
give you
far.
advice, if you do not plan on cooperating with this man, do not show him the way. Refuse to show him the path. Attempt to convince him to meet in other manners.
Meet where? I can't find it.
Well, if the knowledge of the vault is your true advantage, do not share it.
No, but I mean, he has something we needed, well, so it's not that simple.
I see. Well, I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
We'll outsmart him, we have before.
Give me a persuasion check, Raven.
I'm very persuasive.
Be sure we are smart. Like last week. Oh, baby, we're so smart.
You're headstrong, but you've got a good mind. If you continue to grow, I'm certain you will receive a position of power. Now, if you wish a position in politics, I would advise against this. It is dreadful in many ways.
I can only imagine. That is not my long-term goal. Unless you consider the position of Blackstaff a politician.
As much as she would deny it, it certainly is. Now, speaking of, let me try and solve this issue of our missing Blackstaff. It's quite a conundrum.
We shall leave you to it then.
She.
It was nice to make your acquaintance, Open Lord.
Yeah, she goes back to her original chair on the platform, and closes her eyes once more. And the guards don't say anything, but you can see them like they're expecting you to leave.
Yeah,
we leave.
Stand up and leave.
Cool. Yeah, you.
I'll
exit.
give it a last glance before I ask to leave.
You see the silver aura hasn't returned.
But I have it now, right?
Okay, I'm gonna get a fair distance away.
With her.
I get a fair distance away from earshot. I say to Max, you see, she has all the divine power and ability to order people about in the world, and yet even she cannot offer us. She's bound by the same rules that every other person of power we've come across is. She can't exercise it. I mean, be real. I'm not. Vajra hasn't made the offer yet, but if it were possible, given a choice between a group of our Open Lord here's finest knights and Blackstaff at our back, what would your choice be?
Finest knights? I've heard some stories, man, like the dragon slaying ones. Like there's stories about nice slaying dragons, right, Jack? It's a medieval world.
Yeah, of course. And as you were having this conversation, you see a squad of griffin riders fly past, gleaming armor, broadsword and shield.
Okay, but at the very least, it's close, right?
It's close. But honestly, I think at this point, I trust the ones ordered by her more than I trust Blackstaff to watch my back.
The Blackstaff risked her life to save you today.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah, but we had something she needed at that point.
Is the same not true of the Open Lord right now?
Yeah, but when they don't have something we need, at that point, I think I trust them more. If they were indifferent of us, I
have no evidence to offer to the contrary of that, but my gut tells me to. Well, look at it like this. It'll be certainly useful if the Open Lord and the Blackstaff could come to an agreement as to...
Yeah, I mean, why not both, right? Have you seen that meme?
Yes, I saw that in the paper yesterday. right next to the ad for our inn. It was a good meme.
Yeah, of course. I'm like, but dude, like...
I think for now, we need to focus our... sorry, go on.
I'm like, yeah, but I mean, I get it, man. You want like all the power and stuff, but dude, what I wanted was like, to play some music and just like chill out and have some good songs. It's a little bit above me.
For either of us to get what we want, I think for now we need to put these questions of endgame loyalty behind us and figure out how exactly we're going to handle this meeting tonight with Jarl Axel.
Yeah.
For a start. No, just like I guess we'll get into an Uber and be discussing this on the way back, or discussing it once we get back. For a start, the inn will be open. If it's half as crowded as it was last night, we'll at least have plenty of witnesses. Now, Jarl Axel's a bit of a wild card, and I do remember that time we got into a big scrap with him, literally at a party.
Yeah. But he will probably just wait for everyone to leave before he talks to us, right? Like last time.
That might be an area in which we can seek to force his hand.
Okay, we can try.
That's one option. I do believe that it is certainly in our best interests, given that and I'll keep enigmatically referring to them as pieces of the puzzle, divided amongst us right now, we should make certain that everyone who has one has hidden it somewhere where only they know where it is. And finally, I think that, as you pointed out, I don't believe it entirely likely. I don't think it doesn't smell like the move that he would make to me. But while there exists the possibility that Jarl Axel could simply take us all hostage, prisoner, and attempt to force us to yield that information to him, that the three of us who know where our pieces of the puzzle currently are should not meet him all concurrently. At least one of us should be away at all times, whether that's a rotating thing or...
I hate
whatever.
to put too much pressure on one person, but it could be the one person who doesn't know is the only one to really talk to him, and then he has literally no benefit. What's like, even if we're hiding something, if he could get some information out of any of us, it would be bad. It could be like
Yeah, I think you're right. I think the person who does the talking with him should be Mordai.
exactly. It doesn't make sense. Like only one of us talking. Why?
I think that the other three of us should not all not be present, if you see what I mean. I don't think we can expect Mordai to run that particular negotiation and handle the entire bar at the same time. But Mordai should talk with Jarl Axel. He's the spokesperson on this, and at least one of the other three of us should be away for the evening.
Well then, Raven, I guess that's you or me.
Wait, I'm away for the evening.
No,
Well, between
like the one who's away for you.
Jet, if any of us is going to prove to be the hardest to track down in this city, it's you. I think you make the safest option. Tonight you should.
We do, but this thing where what's Jack like? Obviously, if we know Jed's location, that defeats the whole point. But
Yeah.
How is Jack gonna know when it's safe to come back? For instance, what if Jarl Axel sets up an ambush? We need some way almost to contact Jet, even if we don't know how. Yeah, we need
Jet can move stealthily and invisibly. If it is safe to return, I will send some form of signal. Perhaps I will be sitting in the tower of Trollskull Manor. You can pass by every hour, every couple of hours, and if you see me up there, you'll know it's safe to return.
Yeah, it's impossible to actually make it.
It has holes, obviously. Yeah, Jarl Axel. If we're considering that he could, grab us and force us to tell what he knows, could find some way to potentially fake that. But
but I get what you mean. It's as foolproof as it's going to get.
We'll have to trust Jet's instincts on this. They are, they've served us well in the past.
Okay, but so Mordai's going to try to force a conversation. Okay.
Yeah, if we can identify him among the crowd in the evening, then
that'd be tough. But maybe
that's one step to take.
Wait,
You can be easy though.
detect magic, Raven? Could you find if someone is using a magical disguise like that?
Not today.
Thought it was only a cantrip. Feels bad.
No, I mean you are correct. It's an extension of my power, but the wand is drained. Again, it's floppy. I wave the floppy wand around. I say it'll.
You need a magic. Out of interest, the pearl of powers on my person, did that recharge like it does at the end of a long rest, or is it that's a dawn thing?
No, that's a dawn thing.
Just wondering if the magic kind of seeps into that. I'm all right. I guess then we'll have to do it the old-fashioned way of.
Well, I scoot over and sit next to Raven, and I did find something quite interesting on my way out.
I thought you were going to say in one of the open wall's pockets,
That's something from her.
No, I just pickpocketed the open wall casually. Look what
I grab the bag of holding. I open it up, and you see me more or less grabbing the air in the opening and pull out
You get one of those. Yeah.
He got a Haggard Balding.
An extra, it was a plus. As I give the orb to the glass orb.
I stare into the eye of Sauron.
It was the only. No, wait, fuck! I can't do that. Fuck! I left it in the.
What?
I fucking left it in Trollskull Manor, so I can't.
Oh, okay.
I gaze not into the eye of Sauron.
Yeah, I say.
When we get back, I've got something interesting.
Yeah. I took a bag of holding from Mansoon's vault, and there was a quite sizable orb inside. I doubt it is a mundane item being hidden within a personal vault of his. if that would interest you.
It certainly would. I shall endeavour to discover the nature of it once we get back.
Speaking of interesting magical things, on the way to Tosca Manor, you travel north from the tower, and you see, as the carriage flies past, you see quite an interesting sight as coming from the direction of the Blacksmith Tower, or at least in from that alley, you see a large like mechanical golem type creature. At first, it has some passing resemblance to the creatures you saw before from Jared Axel, but this one is a lot bigger. It's about 9 feet, and it's just stomping through the streets, arms stretched, just running as fast as it can. And the carriage kind of has to make a detour to get out of its way. And behind it, you see someone in robes, wait, like clutching a necklace. And you also see on the other side of the street, you see a guard like looking up on this and just blowing a whistle on his neck, and also starting to run past it.
Dude, Athalos new body bitching, right? Like, damn.
Crazy. Yeah, I kind of watch that dude does. Anyway.
So I don't even want to like roll Arcana, but like I'm not that interested. But like, did I get the impression that's like an out of control golem, like some kind of magical experiment's gone wrong and is running amok?
Yeah,
like,
that sounds like an Arcana.
Yeah, but like, I mean, I don't want to know all the full details. That's like a just a passing kind of curiosity is like that's a kind of general
charm. Oh,
hey, he's actually done it.
Ooh. Yeah, Jed, you've heard of this. This is a shield guardian. Normally, you're able to control them with a necklace, but this one seems to have gone haywire.
Dude, that was one of those too much.
This is why I didn't roll, because that's more information than I really cared about. I just wanted like a general, like is this this seems kind of basically right? Like, yeah, okay.
If only I had, instead of Caltrops, ball bearings, and I can't.
Dude, a bag 1,000 ball bearings, just
or banana slip or something.
But I don't have Caltrops. I'm not gonna do anything.
No, we got more important things to worry about.
You're very right for tonight, yeah.
Dude, a shield guardian would be handy though. But let's go.
Wait,
I'm sure they would.
Sorry.
There's no way they just give it to us, like.
What's your end game, Mordai?
What do you mean?
Like, Raven can't be bored. Could you be bored?
I like to think not, but this is a lot of money.
Dude, I'm gonna go fucking.
You can do a lot of money with this afterwards.
Hire a boat and like sailors and just go fucking visit the world. It's gonna be sweet.
How dare you say I can't be bought? I can be bought just with different things.
Dude, I can be money, cold hard, dude. I'm gonna get the boat. I'm gonna have like a hot.
Man, you have such superficial goals, man.
Dude, I want to travel the world. What's superficial about that? I'm gonna go to all these different places. I'm gonna fucking sing songs.
Because you only want to visit the superficial places. You don't want to visit the Underdark. That's why it's superficial.
In my boat, they have business down there, right?
That's exactly what I meant.
Well, what do you want to do with the money then? What's your non-superficial use of it?
Many things.
All right, give me one.
Don't wanna.
Good man.
My thing.
I can see why we're choosing you to talk to Jalax.
The negotiator.
I mean,
why would we do what you tell me?
If he can't guess, if he can't guess my motives, if no one knows my motives,
Whatever.
They can't trick me. They can't buy me. So it's part of the plan.
Not think of anything. It's okay. It's okay. Alright, you, Jed. What's your end of the game? The temp you're gonna do?
Fuck me, man. But what exactly will I? What do we want, man? What do we want from the?
Dude, I want to get out. Okay, get out of it alive, and also like get out of it with something good, and then fuck that.
That would be nice.
I mean, yeah, sure, but like, I don't know, man.
Well, what do you want in life, Mordai? What's your ambition, dude?
I'm not telling, man.
Oh, fuck! If you don't know it, then like if you got it.
I said what I said to Lord Lady, that kind of stuff.
What you said. You want to be a mercenary? You want to go with?
If I wasn't,
go with the flow.
I have to go with the flow. See where the river leads.
Look,
Mordai. I had look, man. I had the ambition of getting to the top of the the Zentarim stuff. Dude. But that's kind of like going in a weird direction,
Yeah,
so perhaps this is a bit
With a lot of gold, you could set up your own mercenary company.
You know what I mean? That's true. That's true. You know,
Call it
you can do many things.
I don't
A
know.
lot of money.
On another,
But you know, I don't
Oh,
like
God.
fantasizing too much. You know, so like once I get until I have the money,
Sons of-
that's nice. That's not that good to get your hopes up. You know,
Why not? If I don't get the
because
money,
if it doesn't happen, you know,
we're gonna be dead if we don't get the money. Then it doesn't matter.
I mean, not necessarily, right? Like, you still have to
Probably.
escape, fuck off somewhere. You know.
Yeah. Good luck with that. What about you? But you, Jet? Do you want anything?
In terms of just the vaults, increasing the items that would increase my personal power, things that would.
Like, why do you guys want all this personal power? What are you gonna do with it?
The more
whatever the hell I want.
Yeah, but you could do whatever the hell you want anyway.
the,
Whatever the hell you want right now.
the more
Because there
personal
are
power
people who might stop me.
I mean, there's always gonna be someone stronger than you, man. No matter how powerful you get.
Someone's at the top of the heap. Firstly, someone's at the top of the heap by definition.
Person at the top of the heap doesn't say that very long.
Secondly, there's always value in reducing the number of rungs above yourself.
Why? What's the value?
There's fewer people who can stand in your way.
But like, what are they standing? What are they stopping you from doing?
Right now,
Yeah.
becoming black stuff. That seems like a reasonable sort of midlife goal.
What do you try to? What do you do then?
I'll explore the options that make themselves available at that point in time. I
Going.
don't particularly have any. I don't particularly have any interest in becoming a lich. It's that's an often long-term goal for powerful spellcasters, but something about it just kind of grosses me out.
You look really weird. Like you look really ugly.
That's true, but there are other less horrific
That's fine.
and less evil routes that you can take once you reach the pinnacle of the arcane
You
tree.
want to seduce a god to make you a demigod or something.
That'd be cool.
Let's call that one of the options.
It's probably the on top of the list of the pleasant.
Okay, so you want to get super powerful, so then there's no one to stop you from becoming super powerful. Okay. Yeah. And Jet,
You hear a voice in your head, Ian. Or
Yeah.
sorry, Max. Says, all I wanted was power.
Yeah. Okay, whatever. Okay. What about you want the power so you can want people like spend your
for the reason the
Are you
things in the
ignoring
vault
me?
would be all minimally for my own personal power, mostly for both the temple within Waterdeep and the temple as a whole. As for my personal gain of doing it, as strange as it might sound, it's mostly for the experience.
This is good.
I wish for personal power to get out of the well, so to speak.
Get out of the well.
To
Well,
What well?
The gravity well. He wants to
No.
visit Saturn.
Oh,
the well that most of us frogs are stuck in to look up to the sky and think.
No,
if
frogs
you
are-
think
frogs-
of a frog,
Do it.
you think of yourself a frog. Don't group one of us into being a frog.
The fact that none of you have heard the saying,
No, frogs don't go in a well. They go in the bucket that slowly heats up or whatever. Like the boiling frogs.
none of you have heard of the frog stuck in the well.
It's not being stuck in there's a frog stuck in the boiling bucket that like slowly heats up and then the frog just sits there and dies.
That isn't what you're talking about.
I
That
don't
is
know.
not the saying I'm
Is that
talking
like
about at all.
it's like a Swedish thing?
No. It's probably a Chinese thing.
They don't have frogs or wells in Sweden.
No.
Frogs in well.
It's the fact that the frog is stuck in a well and looks up in
it's
the
like a
night
children's
sky
book.
and thinks that this night sky he sees like beyond the well is all the sky there is.
Okay.
But if he was go like
Wait,
Yeah.
get out of the well, he would see that like the sky is a billion times bigger.
it is a
than-
Chinese story, yeah.
Dude, this sounds a lot like Plato's cave.
Probably please. Anyway, so you think you're in the well, Jet?
Yes, I think we're all in the well.
And what? So there's like some higher knowledge we'll learn.
there is always more to learn, more to gain. And the more power you have, the longer you live, the more chance you have to experience it.
We should join our other campaign.
As enlightening as everyone's personal goals are, and I do genuinely mean that, it's fascinating to find out what drives all of you. There is a thought that struck me while we were conversing with the Open Lord just now about something you drew my attention to earlier, Max. I get out the list of my copy of a list of names that you found in Manshoon's lair. So I've been thinking,
seeing those names, I take out the actual ledger of the names.
Been thinking on this. Oh, thank you, Jet. Been thinking on this for a little while. Max, you know more about this than I do, and obviously their identities are secret. But how do you like these four for masked lords of the city? Does it seem viable?
What?
How many Master Lords are there in total, Jacko?
It's unknown. The number always changes, but it's never more than 15.
Never more than 50. So number it's never less than.
Yeah, well, it's never less than. I should say it hovers between 8 to 15.
Okay.
Unless they get Sept of Baylord, just like.
There was in recent, well, not in recent times, but in the past there has been a great mass lord killing, which has made it even more relevant that they keep their secrecy as possible.
How are the Master Lords chosen again?
It's a lot of behind the curtain talks and invitations, and they are basically selected, handpicked
by the previous Master Lords, basically.
by both the previous Master Lords and the Open Lord once that one.
So the Open Lord doesn't know who the Master Lords are.
Yes. But they're the only ones, even it's never that all the Mass Lords pick up a new Mass Lord. It's always one or two. It's even the other Mass Lords are not entirely sure. Everyone in the council, pretty much.
If that is what you believe,
I think it's possible, but unlikely. Personally,
it probably would have been well to show it. To have shown it to the Open Lord to see her reaction.
They are all influenced, people create influence, but knowing what I've heard people talk about, versus in the back channels how my father talks about him, I don't believe the Master Lords would have chosen him. But it's just an assumption I would make from what
Well, two of the names have ticks. Is it potentially a suspected list of masked lords, and those with ticks next to their name? Those being Corlys Than and Tharduk Starbuckler, whoever we are. I mean, I'm just thinking aloud here.
Yeah. I mean, I understand what you're saying. It's definitely something to keep in mind. But personally, I think it's possible. I don't believe it to be likely, at least not to me.
All right. So yeah. Well, you're the one who would. I trust your gut on this. This is unlikely to be a list of potential Master Lords or actual Master Lords. Then it's something else.
Yeah, I believe there's something else going here. Something beyond. If I was thinking. No, I kind of shrug. It's nothing immediately stood out to me. This sounds a bit ridiculous, and I understand why it might, but I haven't visited home for a while, and my father is very in tune with the goings on of the nobility and changes of import in the city. I could surreptitiously, while visiting for a late lunch, pose a few questions, see if I could find out something.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a bad idea as long as you're careful with how you phrase it. Speaking of phrasing it, Jet, to your point, yeah, the thought occurred to me during the conversation that maybe I should bring up the names with her, but then I had the thought that if it is actually on the off chance that it is a list of Masked Lords, she might consider us even more of a threat and in need of immediate and swift dealing with if. We confirmed to her that we were in possession of the identities of one or more of her masked lords. I didn't want to take that risk.
I wondered if we should have mentioned the fact that Manshoon's working to reduce or take away a piece of knowledge from everyone in the world, and if that was maybe something she could.
I almost took that note out when she mentioned.
We can talk about it next time we see it. I'm sure we'll see it.
Yeah, Manchun already removed that knowledge from my head, so like too late. How do we know he didn't already? That's oh god, that's a scary thought.
Nah, but like yeah, like I guess like which way up we going is like I kind of like if it's
You're heading north. You're now a bit past the market, but it's a good time if you decide to do it to head home if you want.
I'm like okay, well I'll do that. I'll hop off. I'll go. Have a chat, have dinner. I haven't seen him for a few weeks, and they probably think I'm dead. So I'll go.
It hasn't been a few weeks. But...
I know it's been a few days.
This campaign has been a few weeks.
Fair.
We are
Alright.
officially at day 16, I believe.
Do you know what day I visited them on?
Let's see if I can load it up down.
Day
So good at note making.
Interrogate.
Why do you not control F Max parents? You crazy man.
I don't know how I phrase it.
Parent, but you might have said parent, right? To control their parent.
If Max goes home,
Oh, yeah.
I try that. No, I'm not quite sure. I think it was 5 days ago.
5 days, and that's a long time in this campaign. Yeah, I'll say I'll make sure to be back at the end before. Well, maybe not before opening, but like near opening.
Sure, I'm sure we can get the doors open.
Yeah, of course. Maybe keep an eye out for
Okay. So you guys, Max, you split off. The rest of you return. I think that's a good place to cut it.
When we get back,
for the night.
Can I firstly do identify again on the orb if Jet
Sure.
lets me?
Yeah, let me read identify. I think you just know, right?
Yeah, it's I can link this bad boy.
Ah, nice. Choose one object that you must touch. You learn its properties and how to use them. Okay.
Oh yeah, speaking of how many charges it has, sorry, I wanted to say I identified the wand earlier. I just assumed it had max charges out of 7, but maybe.
Cool. You think this one
because it gets like d6 plus 1 back every day, so I figured it was probably
and
4.
it was hidden in like an ancient bedroom with a skeleton in a
Yeah, exactly.
So,
I made the assumption. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It is a wand of
identify-
binding. I can cast like hold monster and hold person from it.
Ooh.
Save DC 17 as well, like not terrible at all.
There's also a nice reaction associated with it.
Oh yeah, it's got like a if I happen to be holding it and someone tries to paralyze me or like there's another condition, I can use a reaction to give myself advantage on the save or something by expending a charge. It's got uses.
Right. So you go to your study, put this glass orb on your desk, and go over it with the ritual. And you realize that this is a pretty uncommon item. It's bordering on rare. It is called a sun globe.
Globe.
And you know that you can activate it and you can put it somewhere, and it will remain there until it's deactivated, and it will emit an extremely bright light akin to that of a sun. Like actually,
When you say akin to sun, does it count as sunlight for magical purposes?
Yes, it does.
So like I muttered to myself, Drow doesn't know how fucked he is. And yeah, actually, I mean, having muttered that to myself, kind of surreptitiously, I'll tell everyone about it. I say this could possibly come in use if things go pear-shaped with Jarlaxle tonight. This will emit powerful sunlight, which to a Drow is certainly debilitating.
Wait, can you?
I do not know. I don't think it will affect Jarlaxle himself. It will surely affect all those around him.
Does he like wear sunglasses or something?
When he fought us before in sunlight, he did not seem to bother about it.
When did he fight us in sunlight?
During the feast.
No,
I remember we had...
That was like late at night, and he spent most of the spell in a darkness spell, right? Most of the time.
I'm like 99% sure we have an encounter at some point where Jacko mentioned he didn't seem bothered by the light.
I don't know if it was an encounter. Or
It might not have been an encounter. It might be just when the sun went out and
Maybe.
talking to him or something.
Well, this is going to be the kind of sun right in the face, so...
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just like Jacko's lamp behind.
Does it require attunement, Jacko? Can I just look up sun glow?
I don't think it is a normal item.
Whoa.
It's D20 PFSRD. I found it in Pathfinder.
Oh, nice.
Well, I mean, that's not 5e. This is Pathfinder.
It has the name.
It's a spell, not an item.
Globe of sunlight.
No, it's
Does it have a...
But it does what it says. Do I need attunement?
it does. You don't need attunement. No.
Don't need attunement, and I can just activate it with an action to like suspend it in the air and make it spread sunlight.
Exactly. Yes.
Cool. Okay, I shall add that to the old character sheet and try and remember to use it.
Yeah, are we going to do like this up with me at home?
Oh wait, I think it's
Or like at the beginning of next
that
episode?
Oh, this seems to be. It's not quite the same.
Oh.
You don't have a handout for it?
Sure. No, I don't.
Too sad.
You could just copy paste it in the chat, the description,
Here
that you get in the module.
You can paste it into a handout.
Yeah, you could just copy paste in the handout and give us a handout.
That's true. Yeah, I'll do that next time.
So many options.
Have the-
Do we want to do my planning stuff actually at the start of next session, Jack, or out of session? Or like
I think out of session. I think I'll have a little.
Oh, and yeah. So the only other thing that was in my mind, what I remember, is I decided I was going to keep these, but now, given the potential danger tonight, I just want to use a short rest at some point in the afternoon and use these hit dice to regain a bit of health. So,
Makes sense.
assuming that's okay. Blip, blip. Tripling more than tripling my current HP.
If only I had hit dice,
It's been a rough couple days.
Nice.
Oh,
Like, I
but
could- no, wait. I have to use hit dice as long as the rest of work, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all there anyway.
Yeah, I don't
let
worry
me
about it.
inform you, the most beautiful sentence in all of D&D, you guys leveled.
Oh, baby.
Oh my
7.
god.
Time to get
Oh,
either
wait,
telekinesis or
Oh
telepathy.
my god.
You can reroll.
Heal?
Wait, are we level 7 now?
Yeah, we are.
That was
Right.
for like healing shit.
Oh.
Jeff, the worst number you can roll.
It's Wait, but we don't get the benefits till we do a long rest anyway, right?
That is true.
Alright, so we get
It's not. So not a decent song rest, right? Or
Yeah.
Yeah, your max and current HP do go up.
Okay, but nothing else, like...
No other abilities or
Why do we make our
Wait,
HP
did you-
change
woo!
because you guys level.
then? Gaining no benefits. We need HP so you don't feel too bad.
Hey, HP's not fucking shabby,
Oh, I don't do like always click /RD8 and always in the game give me an 8 for doing
Okay,
it.
so level 4 monk. I get 1 more key point to be able to score in slow fall, huh?
2 HP? Man, oh, Chris, that's pretty good that 9 health. Phil.
Yeah, man. Dude, 49 HP, not too shabby.
You can survive 2 fireballs, maybe.
If we go with Casa, we get like nothing except just increased spells. Chris, there's nothing else you get.
I get it. Yeah, I'm in a 4th level spell.
Yeah, that's it right though. 4th level.
Who's mad about that? Not me. Oh yeah, what was the spell I was looking at? Hang on, Jacko, I got a funky spell. And